Welcome, welcome, everybody. I just noticed as soon as I get into the stream, because it always happens at least once, that I have forgotten to change a chat box around so that it's in the proper spot. Give me one moment.
Did you spell anybody's name wrong this time?
I think they're all correct, but feel free to gloss through, Cole, so that I don't
Don't
make
worry,
another
I'll
fool
double
of
check.
myself. Excuse me, I told Cole to do that. You are to sit and
Proper-
look pretty, Proper. You
Proper's
needn't do
better.
anything else. No.
Proper is smarter.
We all need to have our clear roles of what's happening. There will be anarchy otherwise.
But I'm hoping for anarchy. I'm really anticipating that.
Okay, please give me a role so then I can then ignore that role and then just take whatever role.
What if I
Nick
told you that
has.
your role was anarchist?
This makes things difficult then. I will follow so many rules. You'll say something, I'll be like, yes, I will. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Everything is all set up now, but my name is Mads. I am your host for The Top Shelf. This is episode 12, and we are playing Necrobiotic, which I am so excited for. The Kickstarter released on Wednesday to, sadly, very little ado to Kickstarter stuff that I'm going to be angry about for a while. But we are up and running now. Please go check it out. We're going to put links places. Cole's on that, I'm sure. Even though I didn't prep him for that, but do that thing. And then, yeah, we're going to play through Necrobiotic. This is for, our enjoyment, but also promo of this fantastic Kickstarter. You can actually get the quick start guide on the Kickstarter, which is what we are working off of, and it is gorgeous and so much fun to read. The lore is super interesting. I'm so excited. As soon as Cole is back in frame, we're going to start with introductions with Cole, then Proper, then we're going to go... Oh, I told y'all wrong. It's incorrect here. We have we're going to have Mitch, and then we're going to have Bella introduce themselves. You're one earlier. But go ahead, Cole, whenever you are ready, and we'll get started.
I'm always ready as long as I'm not muted right now, which I am not. Hello, everybody. I am Cole Rabi, or Cole Daddy, or Cole Bobby, or whatever you want to call me. I will be playing Marvin, a technofont, tonight, and that's enough to start with.
Hello, my name is Proper Nerdy. I also go by Proper or Nick. I'm a TPK staff member and make lots of pretty pictures and videos, including the one you just saw. I am playing Dr. Alessandro Vannucci, the architect this day, with his wife, Evelina. And we will see how that goes. And you'll meet both of them very shortly. I believe that makes it Mitch next.
You are up.
Hi, I am Mitchell or Mitch or Chell or C Hell, however you want to say it. You can find me on all social medias at PennyforaTale. Other than being the project lead for Necrobiotic, I'm also the marketing director for Helmcast as well as Black Void Games, and did some writing for and art direction for like Flames of Freedom and Shadows over Saul and stuff like that. So just check me out. I'm super excited to play my game for the second time ever. The second time, and this is the first time I've played it that it wasn't run by like one of the creators. So
good to hear. That's the whole point of the Top Shelf.
It's out into the public.
Yeah, I drag authors into their own games. That's my whole deal. So I'm glad that I could fulfill that for you.
Yay! I'm super excited. Also, I am drinking Cherry Blossom, which is a cherry wheat ale. Cherry Blossom.
Not sponsored.
It might be. It should
Why
be.
did you do it like an ad, man? I feel like we need to like be paid now.
Ah, this sure is great, Cherry Blossom. I wish you all were enjoying it with me.
No. You did it wrong because you hid the brand. You have to do
Well,
it
that's
weirdly,
because I have
hold it-
sun-kissed, so...
You want to hide the brand, I see, okay.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Not sponsored, but would
Yet.
be. Listen, Cherry Blossom, hit us up, you know.
Yeah, and just cherry
The
blossoms
flower.
in general
Yeah,
sponsor
just a
us.
flower.
Trees.
If it's a flower. Oh no.
Be dope.
All right, Bella, you're up.
Hi, the internet went wacky right before it was my turn, which is fun. Hi, my name is Bella. Boondoggles on Twitter and TikTok and also Instagram because I now understand what branding is. Everyone else gave a lot of other names. You know, you can call me Bella, Boondoggles, Bella Bear if you're nasty. You know, whatever.
Be nasty. Oh wow.
um, I will be playing Wilbur Reyes, who is, let's see if I can pronounce this right, and I will gauge it based on Mitch's face. Technosophist. Technosophist?
Think?
Technos.
Technosophist.
There we go. That's what I was saying.
That sounds fun.
I was doing it as two separate words. I should have made it one sound. Okay.
I mean,
cool. Yeah.
I don't know. It's all
man.
fantasy. We make it up as we go.
Yeah, I like people always try. I was like, pronounce it how you want, because it's not a real word. So
it is now. It's being. I mean, you're putting it out into the world. It's going to become a real word.
Language is a shared art that we all create together.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's beautiful, Proper. That's a beautiful sentiment. Also, we're all the bow tie squad. Mitch's bow tie in his heart, and that's what actually matters.
JK isn't, evidently.
No, I took the more ominous military approach and decided to wear a marching green from the Korean War.
Yeah, I am drinking because I am baby. I am drinking chocolate liqueur with Kahlua and milk because I like milk.
Ooh.
I like things that taste like chocolate milk and my childhood, but with a kick.
That sounds far more just calm and pleasant than what I am drinking, because we are in Florence, Italy. It felt appropriate to lean into absinthe again, so I am drinking absinthe currently.
Well, you know, none of that really beats the caloric intake of cherry blossom. It's good shit.
I love the fact that it's got a bubblegum pink wrapper on it too. Like, that's my favorite.
It's a cherry blossom colored wrapper. Hello.
It's funnier if it's bubblegum pink and a cherry blossom. It's not cherry
Pick a
blossom.
different flower. What's the pink flower?
That I am drinking a Slurpee.
The blooms for an anarinthium are pink. They call them the flamingo plant.
It's flamingo plant pink, is what you're saying.
There we go. My roommate has like over 100 different exotic plants all over the house, so I'm learning all of the Latin terms for plants.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's lots of fun.
I did think you had a Starbucks drink, Cole, and I was like, I support this. Weird time to drink caffeine, but I support it.
Nope, I wanted a drink that matched the character I'm about to play, so I went and bought a Slurpee.
Spectacular. All right, so as far as our story today, Proper, did you tell us what you're drinking, or did I totally miss it?
I'm drinking vodka with orange soda because I'm even more of a child than Bella is.
Can't go wrong there.
It's vodka. It's all that matters.
I love.
Bella's an old person though. What is this?
Wait, what? I didn't know that.
Bella's an old person. You see the lines and the thick glasses and
See?
the bow tie?
I'm old. Oh, I'm old.
Yeah.
My makeup is good, but the lighting is bad.
Well, why don't you take us into the story, JK?
Thank you, Proper. I appreciate it. For anybody who is uninitiated into the world of Necrobiotic, around the time of 2020, folks just started to die. There was no real explanation for it, and the human populace was dying in droves that were large enough that we ended up basically collapsing civilization as we know it. Agriculture failed, electronics failed, nobody could upkeep factories, things started to continually collapse on them because we didn't have the workforce to do so. Until a scientist in Florence found a way to reanimate corpses through mechanical means, using the corpse as a framework for automatons that began to do the work that our dwindling 5% of the original population could not. 30 years post this, Florence has been bustling for a while now. The remaining populace has fully acclimated to its new, if not peculiar, way of life amidst the macabre machinery making everything possible. The preciousness of human life is all the more sacred as of late, with a census count below even what was projected for the remaining humans within Florence's walls. To help alleviate potential losses going forward, the Citadel of Science is attempting a new form of mechanical assistance, a fully automated militia. Retaining the Retaining the militia as it is currently exposes human life to the risk of death, which is not a bad thing on its own, but cannot be good for the long-term resiliency of the species as it's declined. At least not right now. As such, the current militia forces have been given honorable paid leave during this testing stage, and new corpses now patrol the noisy streets. Florence is divided about this decision for one very good reason. Not even a week after the official militia was temporarily disbanded, a serial killer has been stalking and eliminating human life for a reason completely unknown and abhorrent to the humans remaining. And the Citadel isn't budging on their decision to maintain the new militia despite them not being any help so far in apprehending the monstrous offender. This means that the people have taken the matter of solving the case into their own hands. Between yourselves, the currently vacationing militia, and anyone brave enough to face down death for the sake of their community, a citywide manhunt has begun in the shadows separate of the Citadel's new experiments. That is where we begin everything. Everything had been running fine so far, but how few people are left. We're a little bit nervous about somebody just meandering about and slaughtering folks. You all know each other and are relatively well acquainted, whether that be by friends or career matching. Everybody is in talks enough that you are all discussing what you currently know about the current events in Florence. Marvin, of all of them, is probably a little bit more... You are playing a militia, correct?
Dude,
You decided not to play a militia? Man, I thought that was going to be a whole story thing.
I don't want to be a cop.
Now I have to... Okay, fair. I have no further questions. But you are all then discussing what you know about the crimes and your perspectives on such matters around coffee and brunch at a exterior terrace in the center of one of the more bustling spots in Florence. And bustling in this terms means you see more people and they're still interacting, but it's still kind of a litter of tanned automated corpses doing menial labor throughout the streets while clockwork and steam whirs in the background. Like, it's not a happy Times Square thing, but there are people here and there's some jovialness in its interactions, so it's not the worst place to be. It is also broad daylight right now, which is, folks are out and about because it is safer in groups currently, as most of the populace is a little nervous about the current goings-ons.
So you said everyone is discussing around coffee.
Yes.
Well, I am obviously late, so I'll let everyone else start.
Feel free. Introduce yourselves too. What are we looking at? What do you all look like? Describe your characters.
Wilbur is a very small, very old, wrinkly Filipino man. He's the kind of Asian man that he probably just started to look 100 years old at whatever age. Like, it happens, like he looked like really, really young, and then all of a sudden really old, like ancient. He's kind of hunched over his coffee, which he keeps pouring more sugar in. Like, it just never seems to end. He just keeps picking up packets. There's so many packets near him. He keeps trying to hide them, but it's such a bad job. He's like hiding them under the mug. It's not doing good. But it's just not enough. He'll sip it and go, oh, and just add more sugar as it goes.
Turn it into a coffee paste before he's done.
Yeah, he just wants it to be as sweet as humanly possible and doesn't understand the concept of what coffee is, I think. Why, it's such a busy day. I wonder why we all wanted to get coffee. I said we should get tea or ice cream. Leaning towards the ice cream.
Yes. My wife loves tea. Yes, she can't get enough of the stuff. And you see beside Dr. Vannucci a mech of sorts, as resembling as much as possible a human woman, but with lots of bits and pieces of her body have been removed and extracted throughout the years. And next to her is Dr. Vannucci, a tall, kind of nervous man who is definitely more than a little bit malnourished. And he kind of babbles on as he prepares his wife, and his wife is sitting in the chair next to him, with a empty cup because she can't actually drink anything. But Alessandro does not know this. And he's like, "Oh yes, I think her favorite was black tea, if I remember properly. But I I have a lot of coffee these days because just got to keep the brain active,
Oh, hell yeah. Amelio is sitting down on the chair with like a cowboy hat on and a red poncho with like red shark kind of cut into it. He has a large black casket standing tall next to him with also the word red shark carved into it. He's wearing underneath the poncho just like a black tank top and some khaki jeans with steel-toed boots, as he's desperately trying to like balance like on two legs and also drink his coffee. So he's like,
Wait, I'm sorry. You say he's trying to balance on two legs? I'm confused what
the
this
chair.
means.
Oh, on the chair.
Yeah.
Not standing, like just really wobbly.
I'm
You
like,
see, proper. They call the bottom parts of the hold up the chair legs, which is misleading, right? Because then you're like, well, what's the
Well,
head
I was like,
arms?
does he normally have more than two legs? What is going on with this character? I must know more.
How many legs are underneath that cowboy hat? Tell us now.
Okay, sorry, interrupt. I was
5.
so confused.
No,
I
you're
loved
good.
it. Yeah, especially
The
because
idea of proper sitting there trying to imagine the character really getting into it and then widening your eyes and being like, I'm so
Yeah, like-
sorry. So you get-
and like table and chair legs could be made out of real legs, so it's legit.
You never
That's
fucking
true.
know.
Why
That's
would you
true.
say that to me? And now I'm
This
imagining all
whole
of a
place
sudden
is
a human
basically
leg.
just Ed Gein Wonderland, so like,
Dr. Vannucci's wife picks up her empty cup and mechanically brings it to her lips and shakes it there for a second before mechanically putting it back down on the table and then accidentally snapping off the handle of the coffee cup. And Dr. Alessandro will kind of rush in and, oh, dear, please. Oh, you need to be careful. I mean, the mechanics, they're just not quite the way they should be. You're getting old, my dear. Oh, dear. He's just kind of in his own world taking care of his wife at this point.
Wonderful. As I said, Marvin arrives late and kicks open the door to the establishment, not in an aggressive way, but in an aggressive way. And he's carrying a milkshake with tons of whipped cream on it. And he just says, "Hello, random citizens of this coffee shop. Good day we're having, is it not?"
oh no.
It's all right.
No, Will, it's Marvin over here. Over here. We're over here, Marvin. We're over. Do you think he sees us?
Oh,
Dr.
yes.
Do you think he sees this, doctor? I don't think he sees. Hey, we're right here, Marvin.
Well,
no, over there.
Yeah, Wilbur, I definitely see
So
you.
embarrassing. Wilbur's getting on the chair. No, we're over here. He speaks he's so loud. Oh, we're over here, Marvin. What? Why am I sitting back down?
Got
I
it.
don't think.
Got it.
He sees us.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
after... Oh, sorry, my dog was bugging me. After he kicks open the door and walks in, what you'll see is a person in very strong-looking armor wearing it when they probably shouldn't be, but Marvin always wears his armor as long as possible to any place whatsoever, whenever. And he also semi-wishes that he was more like Wilbur and has like random scraps and stuff like that attached to his armor, but can't really make them do anything because he was just trained and made to smash stuff and not the smart one, as he'll try to get through with the armor and just probably bump a few tables and spill a few drinks. Hello! What a wonderful day we're having.
Somebody from another table looks over at you and he goes, "Could you pipe down? Wonderful day. 3 deaths in 2 days, and you say today's a wonderful day?
Pipe down, but this is my inside voice.
Oh, jeez. Hey, person at the table, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna look over at Dr. Alessandro's wife, like...
She
Coming around
scoffs and turns back around.
How you doing? Buy you a drink?
Evelina
Wilbur
does not move.
Wilbur grabs Amelio so hard, like grabs him. All right, that's enough of that.
What? I want to have a family and stuff. Like, I gotta put in work on my off time.
With like such like strength that's a little odd for this old little crumpled up man. He grabs a chair, like drags it over in between, between Amelio and Dr. How do you say your last name? I'm so sorry. Vannucci's wife, and is like, Marvin, come sit between us for no reason besides I don't want Amelio to speak to the wife.
Yes, of course. I will sit right there where you wish.
Yeah.
Dr. Vannucci will hold his wife Evelina's hands just kind of gingerly and say, oh, yes, I'm so sorry, dear. Yes. And turn back through only to say, the person, was it a woman or a man, or who was it that yelled at us a second ago? The lady is correct, and she is really... My wife is not doing well with all these deaths in the community. It's just, I spend so much time in the lab, but, every so often I get out and she tells me that there's been some other horrific death, and it just burdens on her soul so terribly.
She
But
sounds
she
like
does...
a compassionate woman.
Yes, does more death not mean that life is more valuable?
Agreed. I go to high five Marvin.
Yeah.
Somebody else from the same table that this woman had spoke up on also turns around, because you really can't not hear Marvin, and goes, really? Is that your perspective of things? That as
Yes,
we all
random
continue
citizen.
to... Stop calling people that. You're not cute. Also, you can't possibly believe that the less populous that we have, the more valuable you become. What kind of selfish person are you to think in such a way?
As the person is talking, somehow, unsure how, Wilbur appears so close to them, like leaning so close, and is like, back in my day, we had selfish people like that. They didn't mask up. They didn't take, precautions. Selfishness is very prevalent in humanity, but what also is human politeness. Would you go and talk to everybody who are just trying to enjoy their coffee? My coffee is sludge. It's like so gross. You can tell. This pile is right behind me. Our coffee here.
You know what? I'm gonna ask you to because I'm just interested to know how this. Yep, I'm gonna make you draw for empathy. So
Okay.
suit of
3,
hearts.
4, 5, 6. Suit of hearts. Okay. Do I have hearts? No, I don't. All right. So suit of hearts, or it's like whatever your
8
high
plus.
thing.
Yeah. So 8 is a
Do I have
success, or the proper suit is a success. Successes are cumulative.
Should we all draw 6 cards right now to get ready, right?
May as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on
Is
to
that what
your
your hand
hang
is?
on to your hand. Mm-hmm.
2,
It's a
3,
brat.
4,
They're called a
5,
brat,
6.
which is cute.
Cute.
Okay.
Can't breathe until the GM says take a breath. So
What does when playing blind mean?
I'm
that's when
watching
you're
now.
just drawing a card and doing whatever. Gotcha.
I think blind is when you're out of cards,
Yeah.
right?
Drawing blind is when you
Right.
have run out of cards in your hand and you're drawing from the top of your deck.
So if I don't have the suit or an 8, do I just give like the highest one I have?
Do you have a pair of cards together that equals an 8?
Oh, I do.
So you only can play 2 if you're skilled in the skill. Otherwise, you're playing 1.
And it's empathy, right? Which
And it's
is
empathy.
flesh.
Yes.
Oh man, I am not skilled in that.
So if you want to, you can push the limit, which allows you to discard a card from your hand and then immediately place the top card of your deck into current play as a secondary card to help your either number or suit.
Okay, so I can put away one card and then do what? I'm so sorry.
You discard a card, and then you draw one card from the top of your deck, and it goes immediately down as the next played. As a
Ooh,
as
would
a
that be
card
drawing
being
blind?
used. Basically.
Would that be drawing? Hell yeah, I get +2. Hell yeah. I get when playing blind, you draw 2 cards and choose.
Yeah. So you'll draw from the top 2. You'll check.
Ooh.
Both bad. This is good.
This is a good start. This is a good start. To be fair, my flesh is not great, which sounds weird, but it's the thing. My flesh is not good.
To be fair,
and then I just put one down.
Yes. Yep. You pick one of those. You put it down.
Okay. Cool.
And then you'll add whatever that value is to the card that you drawed from your hand.
Okay. Cool.
If it's an 8 or higher, it's a success.
Cool. So I discard one. Boopity boopity. Play that one. Does it have to be the same suit to add together?
No, they don't have to be the same suit.
Great.
For everybody watching, and for my own and everybody else's reiteration, except for hopefully Mitch, if I mess this up, you got to deal with my new rules. But at the beginning of stuff, you're drawing your 6 cards into your hand. That's your breadth. These 6 cards correspond to each different suit corresponds to different skills and attributes that your character has. And at the discretion of the GM, as a reaction, or if you guys choose to do something, and it requires a draw from that hand, you'll pick either, you'll take 1 card unless you're skilled, and then you'll take 2. They get played down, and if the total on both of those cards is an 8 or higher, it's a success. If you get multiples of 8, those successes accumulate, and any suit that matches the skill that was requested also accumulates. So like if you had 2 hearts, and those 2 hearts equaled 16, that's 4 successes.
I don't have that to be clear. I just have an 8.
Well,
so it's fine. I have a 3 of diamonds and a 5 of spade. I never know the names of the cards. I'm like the one that looks like.
Yeah, that would be a spade.
The one that looks like a. Yeah, I'm like the one that kind of looks like the fish that Christians do all the time, and then like the heart, and then diamond, and then the one that's supposed to be club. I'm like the 4-leaf clover. So I don't really understand cards. But...
So we've got the 4-leaf clover, the Jesus fish,
yes.
The heart, and the diamond are the new.
Yeah.
Are the new ones we're declaring. Yep.
Make sure to write that down, Mitch. Write that down, quick.
It's gonna be like a little small note, like the Jesus fish.
Right. The addendums in the back of the quick start stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that is still an 8, though. You said 5 and a 3.
Yeah, it's still an 8.
So they sit and they consider it for a moment, and they go, "My apologies. This is a reasonable establishment. If you could still quiet your friend down, we would appreciate it. Adjacent tables are visibly disturbed by his abrasiveness. But I get your point." And as they...
I am pleasantly pleasant.
Also, I'd like to say to Wilbur, I'd like to Marvin after and go, "You're very cute. Do not believe them. You are very cute, Marvin."
They look, and like as they turn back around and Marvin responds, they just get like a little bit of a glare, and they go back to their coffee. And not even within the first sip of that coffee, you can hear a scream from down the street. Blood-curdling and awful, and it soon multiplies into several different screams, which are very closely followed by a number of basically automated marching steps coming from various directions. You can hear them against the cobbles of this new mechanized militia responding in automation to the sounds of distress from down the way.
Oh, Amelio, a.k.a. the Red Shark. He's going to get up and grab his casket, sling it on his shoulders, and start, like, running out there.
Yeah, sorry to your establishment, JK, but as soon as Marvin hears someone scream, "Citizens are in trouble," and he'll throw his milkshake at the wall and run out.
I'll run after. I'll go. I really wish you all would just tell us when we're leaving. You always just get up and then leave, and then I act like it's really hard for me to get up. In fact, I spring up way too quickly, actually. And then I start running also and go, come on, Vannucci, come on. Leave your wife. She might be in danger.
I get the feeling that you're like a 90-year-old Inspector Gadget. You just have this, you're just filled with springs. Like
Truly, I read one section of the intro that said 50-year-olds can get transplants and be as springy as like when they were young, and I was like, that's my character. I found it. Thank you so much, Mitch. Done.
Yeah, like I really, you could look 50, but you could actually be like a century old in this setting and be like.
I also love the idea of being Asian and not saying my age ever, because Asians can really look after a certain point. Have we been around since the dawn
Immortals.
of time?
Yeah.
Truly.
But
Can we pull a new card after we discard?
Nope.
Oh,
so
no,
you have to
that's
you have to sit and rest. There are
Okay.
like you have to make the declaration to rest in order to redraw into your hand.
Gotcha.
And have the time to do so.
yeah, for Marvin, Amelio is gonna be like, all right, double jump, and he's going to like slide and like hold his hand out like this, getting ready to spring Marvin into action.
Where are you guys springing?
To action.
Into action. The action's right there. We're
Great
springing
thinking,
to-
Amelio.
I need Amelio. I need you to draw for athletics, which is a steal, and then
Excellent.
Marvin, I need you to roll for dexterity, which is a steam.
What an incredible waste of our cup, right?
Worth
Only
it. Worth
Vannucci
it.
is wasting. Only Vannucci's actually saving his wrath. The rest of us are like to persuade a random customer.
Oh man.
So now that we just got the updated quick start and we know what we're trained in, what does trained give you?
Trained
Get
lets you draw 2 cards, or lets you put 2 cards down instead of just pulling 1 from your hand, if you
Okay.
need the combination to create a success.
Okay.
Marvin, there will be consequence for you if this is failed. Amelio, your failure could add to his consequence, but like you're probably
Oh
fine.
wow. That's man. Should I add the consequence?
So for a suit success, all you need is 1 card of the same suit of what you're trying to do, right? Which is
Correct.
steam.
Yep. So if you have a club, it's a
Hey.
success. Perfect.
Hey.
Heart
And-
of cards.
Very nice.
My dog also does not like that I'm raising my voice a ton. But
Wait.
I decided this morning in the shower when I found the character practicing voices. So I have to stick with it. I'm sorry.
Was that a 2 of diamonds, Amelio?
Mhm.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So
yeah, my deck's a little weird.
hell yeah. So you slide forward, giving Marvin a boost, which is in their armor, just a big dude. Launches them forward, and they land in the center of the commotion before the automated militia reaches it.
Superhero landing!
Yeah, 3-point landing. You're okay because biomedical advancements have made it so you don't shatter your kneecap. But you land to see a woman who's standing outside of what looks like an apartment complex sort of space, just covered in blood, just screaming murder. And other people are kind of back to the walls, very much facing away from this space as the militia are oncoming. You now the first person on the scene to meet this woman there.
Oh,
She's inconsolable. She is just noise right now. You're not getting anything cognizant
okay.
out of her right now.
It's okay, everybody. Step back. I have control of the scene. Thank you. It'll be fine. And I'll try to monitor the crowd more or less, and then kneel down. And you say this woman's covered in blood?
She is covered in blood. It's all front facing. And if you're paying attention to it, it does not look like it's spatter. It looks like she tried to console the recently deceased and is soaked in what was pouring out of them.
But where is the body?
It's full contact. The door to the apartment complex is open. She came from the apartment. So she's now in the center of the street. The body is somewhere inside.
Oh, okay.
She hugged the corpse and ran into the street. Evidently.
Yeah, I'll look at her and pat her on the back. You'll be okay, ma'am. And I'll run in to find who's hurt.
Okay, so you just peel out. As you all, I apologize, Dr. Vannucci. What were you doing this whole time? I don't know. We know what you and your wife are up to.
Don't worry at all.
Wife.
Yeah, quick question. Did you bring your wife? Wilbur strongly advises against it. I can't stress that Wilbur.
If I re-kill your wife, I'm sorry, not sorry.
She can't die. She's already dead.
She can be maimed, though.
She turned me into a newt. Sorry. Anyway, so right away, Dr. Vannucci turns to his wife and just says, "Wait here, darling, please. I'll take care of things from here. You don't need to. You're already so nervous, so anxious right now. Please, just mind your nerves, darling, please." And then he'll run out, wringing his hands the entire time in a nervous excitement, and he'll probably arrive last on the scene, despite not being 112 years old. And he will kneel down next to this woman and start trying to soothe her as best as he can. Just babbling nonsense at a certain point. Just, "Oh, dearest, please. Oh, don't cry, please. You need to tell us what happened. Oh, are you okay, please?" And just kind of going off, trying to getting her to calm down.
Okay, so for you, if you would like to roll for empathy for this, it will require 2 successes. Both your success on this is determinant on whether or not you can get her into a calm enough state to get any information out of her, and how much information you can receive from her.
Yes,
I was gonna save it until later, but you know what? I'm going to use these 2 cards, which is a 2 of hearts and Joker. Actually, no, Joker only. Joker refers to a success every time, I think. So might as well go there and see what happens.
Okay.
And just to get as much information from her as possible, because we're just starting the game.
Okay.
I'm so proud. All that time talking to your super alive, definitely not a robot corpse wife has finally paid off. You really know how to talk to the ladies.
You want to know why? Love.
It's the power of love.
We're
going to find out.
It doesn't matter that he's socially inept. He just really cares for people.
You know from having met Dr. Michi before that he'll have fully fledged conversations with her without any response on her end. And he fully believes that he is having a conversation with her.
Spectacular.
I feel like I need to add a stretch goal, which is just like a tanned mannequin for
a full-size tanned animatronic.
Yeah, just if you want. I don't know if
$50,000 a wife.
Yeah. A construct wife. So the wife died in the past, but now it's back.
It's a little questionable. It's kind of mangled, but hey, tanned leather is easy to maintain, so
it is.
Unlike some women. Anyway, sorry. That was I had to. I was the only eighth. I had to. You understand? I had to make that joke.
Okay, so I'm gonna get back to the information that you grab here in just a second.
No worries, take your time.
For sure. So the speed in which all of this happened, Marvin has just booked into the building. Amelio and Wilbur, you both arrive probably the same time. What are you guys up to? Like right after Wilbur.
I mean, for Amelio, he eyes Vannucci's wife for a few seconds, like maybe now's his chance. But then he's like, no, I should.
The wife's still at the coffee shop.
I know. He's kind of like looking back at the coffee shop. Like,
oh, he turns back around. I could go back.
Yeah. It's like now could be my time, but no. Let me. He's gonna follow Marvin to see what the ruckus is.
All right. All the more bold of the two of you to just charge headfirst in. Wilbur, notable information for you, since you probably were a little bit slower into the door, it's sounding like. By the time you reach the door, whether or not you're going in, and I'll get that to just a second, the militia, these automated militia, are, one, you notice an immediate problem in the fact that we're automating corpses, in that they are not vocal. They are very much kind of putting themselves like arm's breadth out in front of people, trying to quell the scene and, pushing people back and creating a perimeter. But there are no words to this, so it feels really off-putting. Because, they're dead robots, so...
I love the idea of everyone talking, and there's just people standing like this. It's just very fun to me.
Yeah, exactly. You're just facing down zombies with, steel frames that are trying to, push back the horde and, calm people down without being able to speak to them and articulate empathy.
Interesting. Okay, I would like to use my inventory. I would like to use my radio scanner. Because I would like to hear what the military or what people are because it's a new military, right? And so they have to have a way of communicating with the robots outside of hey, robots, what's up, pal? Because they're not humans, so they don't have to do the same stuff. So I'd like to see what's being said about what happened or what the corpses know. I don't know what we're supposed to what the constructs know. I think that Wilbur probably calls them corpses because he's old school. It's a transceiver capable of analyzing radio signals. So there's little labels that come with things that will tell you what they can do.
Greater perception, distance communication.
Right.
Measures radio. Okay, got it. I found it. Took me a second.
You're like, what is she? What is Bella picking?
Right. I'm like, well, to be frank, I didn't even realize there was starting inventory stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone, but I am. That is my thing.
What is the item you're using?
I'm technosophist. Technosophist. One day I'll.
Technosophist.
Yes. Techno
baby.
Tech. Let's talk tech, baby. Yep.
Okay, so if you are kind of scanning the area and measuring these radio frequencies that are being received by this militia, you really have to be trained in these things to know what is pinging what, because there's a lot of automation in this particular world. But once you kind of get a glimpse into, what is being focused towards the militia, there is a command post, I suppose, that is controlling them or keeping them functional. But you're not sure whether or not those radio signals are being sent and actively remote controlled or not, because the signal is being sent from quite a distance. It doesn't appear to be a building within eye line of these militia. So you don't know if they're actively monitored or not, or if they're being provided basically base automated controls to respond to, if and statements or if then statements, as opposed to being real time response.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, knowing that, I will just follow everyone else. And I will look around and then I will try to get in. Wiggle past the crowds, maybe. I'm very small. Maybe I can get under them.
Yeah, literally nobody's going to stop you from going in that building. Any amount of crowd is on the opposite side of the street. People don't fuck with death right now, which seems strange, but they don't.
Yeah. Weird. Why would they do that? I will like to go and investigate. Okay. Which, by the way, great question. What does trained? If I'm trained in it, what does that mean?
If you're trained in it, you draw 2 cards, or you can play 2 cards instead of 1.
Heck yes.
That's where you get to play 2 and add them together.
Okay, cool.
And if you're still not satisfied with that, you can push the limit for a 3rd. But.
Cool. I will. You investigate, look around. I like to go in the building, look around, see what's going on.
So, Amelio and Marvin, then. You guys would be first to follow, because she clearly was not trying to flee the scene like a culprit. She was in a panic, and she's got handprints on walls. The blood that she had collected and soaked on her is just walks you right to the space. And it is the commons area of the 3rd floor of this apartment complex. And it is a long hallway with the various apartments along the sides of it. The apartment hallway is very wide, and it appears to be a nicer apartment complex. There are like console tables along the side with little lamps and plants and things. It has this added width for all of these decoration. Most of them are thrashed at the end of the hall. Pots shattered, and it definitely looks like there was a struggle in the area, and then the door was pushed through far left, which appears to be the source of where this woman had come from. And you also notice, apologies, you also notice that the door on the right, or the door directly across from it, is open without a struggle, which, without needing to detectiveness, if she didn't do it, she was probably the neighbor, and opened her door hearing the commotion. But the left is the source of the problem.
Yeah, I am definitely seeking out the injured citizen.
Oh, they ain't injured. They dead.
I don't know that yet. I have not found them.
Oh no.
Inside this apartment, as we can arbitrate that all three of you kind of get in there about the same time. Unless, Wilbur, you're looking for other things in the apartment apart from this room that these two are going in. If that's the case, I'll get to you in a sec. But if not, all three of you would be in this space about the same time, or within reasonable time constraints to be investigating together. It's not one person. There are 3 people dead in here. And they have been... you know the knives that, like, ship, like, whalers keep? That are like, they're like Bowie knives, but they got the really aggressive, like, fish hook on the end of them. These people were maimed with probably something of a similar brutality because they have been, like, just carved and stabbed, but in the returns of that, like, disemboweled through those wounds in portions. And it is a gory nightmare of a scene.
Hello, citizens. Can you hear my voice?
There is no response from the citizens.
Holy hell.
I think they're dead, Amelio.
This is a massacre. Wilbur, avert your eyes.
What? I'm staring at the blood. I'm being so close. What was that? I'm sorry.
Oh,
I heard
God.
shield something.
Wilbur, just take a step back. You're like in the middle of it.
I'm what?
like
I do a little trot. I'm fully all up.
You're like a cat.
Footsteps in the blood, like
Yeah,
your
just
boot
moving
prints
a
are in
little.
it.
I'm so sorry. Am I doing something? Wait, am I? Oh no, I'll go back to you. Oh damn it.
Well, this crime scene is definitely not contained any longer.
We're containing what now?
People are dead, Wilbur. Dead
Again?
people. Yeah.
Damn, that be happening a lot. Anyways. Phew. All right. I guess we should look around. I'd like to investigate, see if there's any, like, because my thing is a lot of, like, older tech stuff, but I'm also just good at computers in general and electronic assembly.
Okay.
So I'd like to see some, interesting. Okay. This is a pretty tech-related world. Do I see any, like, corpse housekeepers? Like, any...
Good question.
Thing?
So are all 3 of you investigating this space, and are you all looking for different things?
Yeah, I'm looking for the escape route, basically, is what I'd be looking for.
Okay. Got it. Amelio, what are you looking for?
I'm looking to see if this was done by the strength of a construct or by a human. So kind of looking at the wounds and seeing, like, is this possible for a human to have done it, or was it mechanically powered strikes?
Okay, sure. So based on the things that the 3 of you are looking for, these are going to be all Steam investigation draws. Marvin, you are looking for 1 success. Amelio, you're looking for 2. Wilbur, you're looking for 1.
No.
While you guys are figuring out your cards, Dr. Vannucci. Ooh, very nice. Thank you. Dr. Vannucci, what are you asking this woman? What would you like to interrogate from her through your success?
We'll say that Vannucci will approach this woman and kneel down in the dirt with her and just say, please, please, please calm down, dear. Please, you must tell me what has happened and who do you think might have done it and where do you think they have gone?
She's a younger woman, olive toned skin, looks like dyed blonde hair, kept back in a kind of a messy bun. It's even more ragged right now with pieces of it kind of falling in and lapping and clotting to portions of the blood on her face. And she's just sobbing, and she looks at you as she starts to try to compose herself, and she goes, I don't know. I walked out of my apartment hearing a commotion from the opposite side of the space, and I had no concept of whether or not I didn't even consider that this would be a murder. I just know that we have some troubled residents in the apartment. It's not uncommon, and I've quelled things before. I thought that this was going to be okay, and I walked in, and there were multiple people dead, just strewn about, covered in blood. One of them was the apartment owner. I didn't recognize any of the others, but I tried to check to see if they were alive, and I covered blood, and I heard something, and I refused to stick around any longer, and I bailed out. I had to run. I didn't want to be involved or anything, so I screamed, and I came down here to try to alert somebody, and I just...
No,
this can't be in my apartment.
Please. Now, please. No, let's settle on something easy to think about. Who are you, dearest? Who are you?
My name is Adriana. I've lived here.
Everything's going to be okay, Adriana. It's okay.
I've lived there for 2 years. It's been a nice place. This can't have happened here.
And with that, Dr. Vannucci will know that this woman can't possibly keep talking, and will just kind of hug her close and hold on to her tight, just to let her sob into his shoulder.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Who are we looking at for successes here?
I had the right suit. He.
Okay, so we got 2 proper suits. Amelio, I haven't seen your card.
Just 1 success. I tried to push, but I couldn't get anything. So now I'm down lots of cards with only 1 success.
Okay.
Oh.
So I will tell you that every single one of the corpses appears to have the same wounds, but you cannot determine whether or not it was machine or man.
Interesting.
All
right.
Marvin, the escape route, you have 2 options. Or, technically you have 4 options. This is a corner apartment space. There are 3 windows facing the outside. 2 of them would lead you straight down. 1 of them has some kind of equivalency to a balcony, fire escape, back alley kind of space that you could actually run down. Or you had to have dropped. Or you could have taken the door and left the way the woman did. Or could be somewhere still in the building.
Do any of the windows have any blood on them? Handprints or drop of blood or anything?
Let me think for a second. No, they do not.
Cool. My suspenders are on backwards. But other than that, I will then go to where the fire escape is. Is the window open or closed?
The window is open. As a note to that, too, all of the windows are of varying degrees of open. It's a fairly warm day outside. Very well, all of them could have been partially open because of aeration. So it's not as much to go on as you'd like, but this one is open more than the others.
Can I fit through it in its current state?
I mean, you could open it further and fit through it, but yeah.
No time for that. I jump through it and give
God
chase to
damn
where
it.
I think the culprit
Okay.
is. I will find you.
So you hear glass shatter as Marvin bursts through the window in the main living space and vanishes down the balcony section of this area. Wilbur, you are looking for machines or constructs here.
Yeah, anything that I could like just take a look-see at. Just take a little look-see.
There is, if you take a moment scanning the apartment, there is actually a construct for house cleaning present.
Fuck yeah.
It is a younger, or the corpse, younger is arbitrary, it's a corpse, but it would be the corpse of probably a 19, 20-year-old boy, dressed fairly well. Both of his legs have been completely replaced by automation, but he is actually, as far as things are concerned, deactivated. And when you find him, he is sitting in the kitchen, kind of back against one of the cupboards, sitting on the floor, like by the pantry doors, deactivated, and there are mechanics tools around him.
That's so weird. Is there a mechanic in our group? I don't remember if we have any.
Yeah, you would need, which class is that? That would be the architect, is that right?
Yeah, architect is a necro programming individual.
Necro programmer. Why don't you just call him that? That's fucking awesome. Necro programmers. That's my official patch
Vannucci
notes.
an architect? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Okay. Yeah, and that would
Grab
be,
the architect.
would that be
Alessandro
more?
is an architect. He's just outside.
Okay.
Yeah, so
is
you
it-
would actually, then you would know that you have an architect around, but
Okay,
he's
cool.
downstairs.
I'll leave that to the architect then, and I would like to, after hearing, the glass break, which is important to me, that our dear friend Marvin has just ran.
Jumped out the window.
This is now a dead person's house, and it will probably be taken by the government and or left empty because we don't have enough people to even fill these homes. I will scourge around for for random pieces of metal because I would like to build something. That's my thing. I build stuff.
Okay.
Because I want to make a craftable drone spider.
Okay. All right. Hang
is
on to
something I
that
can
for
do.
just a sec, because I just
Okay.
remembered a thing. Dr. Vannucci, as you are consoling this woman and kind of holding her and things, you notice you can hear a little bit at a distance, you can hear glass shatter. And this is notable to you because you see 3 of the militia break off from holding the crowd back and immediately begin circling around the building. You're muted also. Are you...
No, Adriana, please stay here, and I will come back for you momentarily. And he's going to keep a distance from the undead militia over there, but try to sneak around and see what they're taking a look at.
Okay. So, are you trying to go full stealth for this in a way that you ought to roll for it, or are you trying to hide yourself, or are you just trying to keep a distance?
Basically just keeping a distance. I don't think Dr. Vannucci is really that good at being a spy, so he may stick to the perimeter and kind of try to blend in with the crowd or just kind of act like he belongs there, kind of a mood.
Okay. So I'm not gonna make you draw for that then. That tracks with no extra benefits to that, just kind of keeping watch. Back to Wilbur real quick before we get to Marvin and Amelio. You are building a tiny drone spider. Let me check. You are a technosophist.
Now I've gotten you. Now you're in with me. Our brains are the
I
same
know.
now.
They're it happens. Words, man. Where is that? Is it electronic assembly that you're looking at?
Yeah. Like it's my things, like it's in my inventory.
Okay. Let's see here.
It's my like first one. It's this drone spider. It's greater vision, which commands
Very
far,
nice.
sturdy. My idea is that I will follow Marvin and Amelio, though I might have to follow them nowsies anyways to get away, but I'm pretty fast, but not as fast as they are, so it'd be nice to have them.
Okay.
A way to check in with them and know what's going on.
All right. So, I'm trying to see if I want to make you roll for that. Let me look at or draw for that roll. We don't have dice. Let's see.
We don't roll for any. We only
roll the
we
cards.
Only draw.
Roll them.
Everyone take a drink for saying roll instead of draw. Rip.
Oh.
I'm gonna be so drunk by the end of this. Don't make me do that.
Take a baby sip. That's not a sip then, Matt. That's your fault. You're like this. Time to take a sip. Wop.
That was a sip. It just looked more it looked more
that's his
intense than it
sip.
was.
Don't judge his sip.
We're not sip judging out here.
All right, so we're gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Gear's abilities. Oh no, do we have?
Yeah, if you use gear, would I be for when I use gear?
That would be gear. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. I'll do something.
That's why I couldn't find it, because I'm like, it's not in any of these skills. No, but that's
It's
a
something,
gear roll.
for
That's
sure.
your Jesus fish.
That is my. It's my Jesus fish. Thank you for saying that.
Jesus,
brought
take
me
the
great-
wheel.
Jesus, it's time. So okay. It is my good thing. I'm good at this, but I'm good at this, so I can draw 2 and use whatever cards. Okay. I have the 6 and the 2 of the 4-leaf clovers.
Okay,
I
perfect.
am about to be out of breath, and there are imminent military people coming, which is fine.
You didn't go outside though, correct?
No, I haven't gone outside.
Okay, so with the kind of success you were looking for the investigation, you see this person. It doesn't take you long to find him. They're just chilling in the kitchen, deactivated. So you kind of sit down next to him, immediately recognize like, hey, this isn't, they're deactivated. I'm going to take some of these tools and start fidgeting with, some of the spare parts and stuff, and craft yourself this little drone spider. What are you commanding it to do?
I go, all right, I can't go as fast as Marvin and Amelio, and I need you to watch them because, and a long pause and go, they're little shits. Okay, go quickly. Also, if you see a murderer, show me. Okay, thanks. I will release it towards the window that they jumped out of and say, follow them. They stand out so much. You will not be able to miss them.
The little drone spider just kind of nods and just zooms out the window up and over the railing and just straight down the main pole of this kind of stairwell, as these two have followed that stairwell down. I take it, Marvin?
Yes, I follow the stairwell down. I think Emilio's still staying inside, though, correct?
Yeah, he hasn't moved forward. He'll probably grab Wilbur.
Oh, okay, got it.
Thank you, Amelio. Just fully goes T-poses as he gets picked up, and then is in the thing.
Come on, little Wilbur.
I do love our trips together.
Ew. Me too.
So, Marvin, you reach the ground of this back alley, which is narrower than the main road, but still large enough that, you can walk 3 aside each other comfortably all the way down it. It stretches for a good distance between this massive kind of suburbed apartment complexes, all of the steam venting out of the base of them, giving a wonderful kind of misted cobblestone even in the daylight. as you hear the marching of footsteps of this militia who comes up behind you and in front of you. And that is where we're going to take our first break. We will return here in 5 to 10 minutes, and we will see what happens with Marvin and the rest of the gang here shortly. Thanks for sticking with us, folks. We are playing Necrobiotic. It is so much fun, and I will see you in a bit. Back, everybody. We have returned, or welcome back to us, I guess. You've all been hanging out, hopefully. But we are playing Necrobiotic with the project lead, Mitchell, who is playing Amelio, and we have Wilbur and Marvin and Dr. Vannucci all trying to look through a current murder string in the city of Florence, where the corpses run all of our menial blue-collar labor, because it's easier that way when you only have 5% of the population remaining. And currently, we're in a bit of a pickle, as Dr. Vannucci watches a portion of the mechanized militia round the corners of an apartment building that Marvin just shattered a window to escape and run down the fire escape to hopefully find the culprit of this string of murders. And as
why are we in a pickle?
Because as you reach the bottom of this fire escape, and there are 3 militia on you, 2 in front, 1 in behind, as well as 1 militia who routes around you to go up the first stairwell and stand on one of the floor platforms of the fire escape to watch for anybody else coming down.
These are all constructs, right?
These are all constructs. Dead
Hello,
all the way
metal.
down.
Hello, random constructs. It is great to work side by side with you to solve this terrible thing that has happened.
So, the constructs all look at you silently in their disconcerting construct ways that they do, and as they kind of look on, they all kind of start marching in towards you. You can see a hand on the pommel of a blade, all 3 of them, and the other 3 hands of the 3 constructs are just stiff-armed straight out, very much under the assumption that you are the person who is running from the scene.
Did you see the culprit? Because I obviously am not the culprit. I am the savior of the people.
There is no response, only advance.
Oh, so great. I love talking with you constructs all the time. Such glorious conversation. I'm just gonna... Do I see anybody that is not them, or do I see any trail of someone running away or anything quickly?
Do I require that? I'll give it to you. I'm not gonna make you roll for this or draw for this because otherwise you're gonna be out of cards for fighting and things.
Take a sip.
So, oh damn it! Fair enough.
You don't have
Mads,
to.
if you don't
That's
want
not
me
bad.
to be blackout drunk, I need you to stop saying roll man. I really appreciate it. Thank
Fair
you so
enough.
much.
I will do my best. I'm not gonna make you draw for that because otherwise you're gonna be out of cards if combat ensues. But you look around and you notice Dr. Vannucci kind of watching from a distance in a group of people also onlooking, and he's just trying to figure out what's going on. And then you also notice that this space is empty. One of the problems with trying to be a detective in this area is automatons are constant, and it looks like trash and sweepers have already passed through, like within the last couple of minutes. So this alleyway was just like recently cleaned the length of, for any trash that was left out or things to be hauled off to the dump. And without closer observation, you couldn't tell from where you're at.
Cool. Yeah, if they are looking like they are going to be troublesome, I am just going to say, well, I'd love to sit and chat, but got no time. Need to find a culprit, and I will jump over them using
Ooh.
power-assisted thrust and continue pursuit to nobody. I guess I'll run towards Vannucci if I don't see any direction.
Okay, got it. So go ahead and draw for dexterity again. Or, I'll give you athletics for this one, actually. This is a standing jump. You're just using all leg on that.
Yeah, so there's the gear skill. I have the supercharged movement.
Oh.
And then I can jump 50 feet in height and 100 feet in length, I believe. I believe those two go together, if Mitch knows for sure.
Yes. Let's see.
Cool. Yeah, so I don't know if I draw or what.
Yeah, give me just a second. Okay, so you're going to use a charge of your armor pellets to do so. And then you're going to draw for gear.
Okay.
Because they are all as close to you as they are at this point, I'm only going to require one success on this because it's not a huge jump technically to bridge the gap. The more successes you have, the more leads you have. But 2 of hearts.
Yeah, I'm very full of myself and my abilities, so I just jump over them and sprint towards Vannucci.
Did you draw a 2 of hearts? Is that what you handed me?
Oh, frick.
Gears or spades?
I keep looking at it wrong.
The Jesus fish, remember?
Yes, Jesus fish. All right, apologies. I have to go with the 8+, so I have to do two cards, a 4 and a 5.
Okay. All right, so yeah, still a success then. So you leap these guards. Amelio and Wilbur, are you heading down the fire escape during this period of time? Or are you going back out the front? What's going on? You'd probably hear Marvin doing his loud stuff down below, so.
Yeah, I'd like to tell Amelio, we should give Vannucci, there's a construct that's deactivated or turned off or something, and I can't work it, but I bet Vannucci can get it, and I bet it saw something. I'm gonna try to, I'm upside down, I'm gonna smack his butt and be like, it saw something!
Because you're
All right, come on. I'll start heading over to Vannucci, carrying Wilbur.
Okay. So without knowing that Vannucci is out back, you would be heading down the front stairs then, out the front door.
I'm like, Vannucci!
You guys wouldn't realize that the fourth militiaman on the fire escape as well, as soon as you jump, land, and start running, there's about a there's about probably a 3-second delay in them responding to that action. But they will all turn and start chase towards you. Now convinced in their silent automata that you are supposed to be followed. Dr. Vannucci, are you... What you see Marvin approaching you at a rapid jumping pace.
Dr. Vannucci will wring his hands and pretend that he doesn't know who this Marvin is, just so he can try to blend in for a few more seconds into this crowd. Though something tells me he cannot succeed for very long.
Marvin, do you have anything to add to that? You're muted, by the way.
Sorry, yeah. No, I didn't do anything wrong. What do these buckets of bolts know? I'm just carrying on my way. Vannucci, did you see anybody?
Oh, I don't know who you're talking about, dear. Oh, Lord.
It is I, Marvin.
I've never met a Marvin in my life. Now, if you excuse me, I think my wife is calling me.
Is my spider nearby? Has it followed Marvin?
Your spider has woven in between all of the militia at this point and is on Marvin's heels. And by on Marvin's heels, I mean probably literally just like hugging the ankle of that armor.
I love this so much. My creepy crawler. Okay. I'm gonna be like, I'll know because it has sight, and so I can know what's going on. So I'd like to say, oh, Amelio, smack butt again. Amelio.
Yeah.
Vannucci's out back, and also Marvin needs us. The Milita has surrounded him. He's got himself in trouble again.
All right. 110%. Let's do this.
Why are we running? Why are we can run like a slower speed. We're going very fast. He's bouncing. Ow.
Okay, so you are sprinting along around back. So you would be behind the militia who are giving chase to Marvin, who is... Are you running down the alleyway? What is going on? Because as far as if you were stationary, the militia are rapidly trying to close gap with you.
Yeah, no, I started to go towards Vannucci, and when Vannucci's like, I don't know who you are, I kind of stop, and I'm going to take a breath real quick and just sit there and look around because I have no trail of who to follow. Vannucci left. I'm just like, so.
Okay. So, you guys round out back to see Marvin unsure of what to do. Vannucci trying to blend into the crowd, but you all recognize him at least. And more glass shatters. And you see...
With that, Vannucci will turn back around because curiosity has taken over him, and he has to know what this is.
Okay, so
Also,
you... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Wilbur's on Amelia's back. When this guy wants to take a breath, he's just like chilling. He's not using any of feeling. He's just hanging out. I'm assuming Amelio has a tight grip too. Like Wilbur doesn't have to do anything. He's just
You know what?
chilling.
I'll allow it.
Thank you so
Synergy
much.
between players. Go ahead and redraw your breath, or draw
Thank you
up to
so
your
much.
breath.
Oh god, that's so funny.
Yeah, you're just being fireman carried down the alleyway as glass shatters and as Dr. Vannucci spins, and Marvin, you look up at the intersection of this alley, which is kind of where Vannucci and this little crowd is standing. You look to the third or fourth floor of the building kitty corner to the one that you just left. And as the glass shatters, you watch Anatomata be hurled like center mass, like bent in half from impact through that window and hit the opposite like building and fall into the alley. At response to this, all of the militia, because they are very much an if-then kind of situation, hear the glass shatter and the corpse hit the ground, and all four of them start routing around you to go into this building and find, make it to that floor to investigate.
Holy hell.
Dr. Vannucci is awestruck because he loves the power that whoever has hurled this construct out of a building is. It just fills him with scientific curiosity, and so he kind of hobbles down the alleyway to get a closer look.
Okay, so are you going to the construct that landed, or are you going into the building? I'm unclear.
I think we'll go. We'll say he continues the way he was heading originally and goes down the alleyway to look at this destroyed construct.
Okay, got it. So as you approach the construct, it is flat on its face. It appears to be the corpse of a bruiser-looking fella. Big, probably repurposed for factory work kind of construct. and it is on its face, completely unmoving, little bits of spark, and you can hear the grinding of gears that still want to move, but it is gone. It's all in one piece, but whatever impacted it shut down the central function.
Could I tell just from looking at this thing what the original purpose of this particular construct would have been?
Not looking at the back of it, but if you want to flip it over and put your hands on stuff, you can.
He will definitely try his best. He is not a very strong man, but he's going to attempt it.
Okay.
He wants to see what's going on.
It'll take a little bit of effort, but it's not going to be too big of a deal. You'll probably have to do some shuffling of the corpse and kind of roll it in segments. But as you get it onto its back, the clothes that are being worn almost look of butler service. Very much an automation of a home kind of construct.
Gotcha.
But the center mass of it, you can see the middle of the clothing has basically been inverted into the cavity of whatever impacted it. And it's just mulch of stasis decayed corpse and metal all clumped together in the inside of this hole.
Are the militia? I almost said militia droids. I don't. Are the militiamen closing in on me?
No. And once again, you're kind of isolating the trouble with this robotic militia is that right now they're functioning off of if-then statements in such a way that they responded to the noise of the window to go check out the crime scene, totally missed the fact that something fell out of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So they're all investigating the window that broke and not paying any attention. I like this. In complete contravention of what he was just doing a second before, Dr. Vannucci is going to dramatically wave down Marvin and ask him to come visit him.
Okay, so they stopped paying attention to me, really?
Oh yeah, they're gone. Like, they immediately started routing around the building to go up into the apartment that just got a window knocked out of it.
Cool, yeah. Vannucci, you do recognize me. It's me. It's Marvin.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course, dear. Please, I need to discuss something with you.
Getting really tired. I ran a lot, to be honest. Saving people is so hard.
Now, dear Marvin, you seem to really enjoy mixing with the civilian population, and I don't get out much very often. I have lots of very important work to be doing in my lab, and I was wondering if you might happen to know who lives in that there establishment there.
Why, I assume it's some random citizen that lives there.
I was hoping you'd be more helpful.
Do I know this apartment building? I mean, I am the savior of the people.
Is
that makes sense. That tracks.
Oh goodness. Fuck it. Yeah, you do know the apartment building.
Yes.
It is so. This apartment building is basically constructed in some level of social tier. Mind you, everybody is fairly well off right now because blue-collar work has kind of been completely co-opted by constructs. But there are definitely tiers of, like, family wealth that exist in these apartments or, like, condominiums. And this one that somebody just got thrown out of definitely is one of the upper echelon of, like, public apartments. It's not a private.
This could be the home of Ichunav Alessandra.
God damn it. Hold on. I gotta write names down.
But I'm not quite certain from down here.
I'm at this time. I'm sure Wilbur is watching the what Marvin's doing, and he keeps fucking moving. He's like, okay, now go right. No, he left. Okay, he left that area. We gotta go left, right. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's go down the fire escape. No, wait, you're carrying me. Don't go down the fire escape.
Oh my gosh,
Don't.
this is.
Just
Wilbur,
drops
are you
Wilbur
just-
over the fire escape.
Marvin, I'm sorry. Marvin keeps moving. I don't know what him and Vannucci are up to. They keep moving and things are happening.
I
Nothing
like to
has sound,
imagine
it just
that
has vision.
Wilbur is just full on ratatouilleing this.
Yeah, I know.
Grabs a
like,
couple clubs from there.
This 95-year-old.
He somehow went from being fireman carried to being on his shoulders like a child. He was like, go!
Oh,
he's
goodness.
buffeting him.
Okay, so Amelio and Wilbur, you have arrived on the scene by this point as well. Is there anything you would like to contribute to the investigation outside in these alleyways, or any other questions you would like to ask?
Amelia's gonna like just place Wilbur down and just be like,
Thank
oh
you.
god. But yeah, not just taking just chilling out for a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, can I ask a
I
real quick
think-
question, JK?
Yes.
This nonsense name that Cole has just birthed into the world. If we're saying that is truth,
They have the same last name as your first name?
something like that.
Their name is Ichunav Alessandra.
Oh,
Okay.
so close to my
The
first name.
feminine connotation of
you're
Alessandro.
Exactly, and it's definitely not my last name just reversed. Definitely not.
No.
Oh. I actually hadn't considered that. I will
That's
respell it.
exactly what Cole has done. But as is our good friend Ichanov, a part of perhaps the council or even the Citadel?
No. The Citadel themselves have private spaces closer to the Citadel itself.
this is
These
just
would be
a
nobles. These could be
upper
people who...
echelon noble. Yeah, okay.
Right. Yeah, these wouldn't be council members for the Citadel. They might be contributing to the Citadel or have, like, mechanical contracts for the Citadel to maintain automatons or something. So they're fairly well off, but they're not directly employed by.
So to be clear, this is the same building the entire time, and now another body has been thrown out of the building.
Different building.
Different building.
Yeah, so the building that you guys... So here's the building that you guys left.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Fire
an
escape.
alleyway. Yep, you went down the fire escape, the back alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
and then kitty corner to the corner of this building that you got apprehended on.
Okay.
Across from it, this building is the one that somebody got thrown from. So it was literally the building next door that somebody just died in.
It's
How
so
many-
dramatic when it focuses on your hand that's far away, like this
Yeah.
building, and it focuses in, and you're like, damn, okay. As we're running up, I'd like to say for comical effect, I'd be like, Vannucci, we have to mess with this construct. I think it's seen some. Oh, you're messing with a new construct. Okay, well, all right. I mean, I was hoping.
Oh, don't worry about this one, Wilbur. I'm sure it's not important in the slightest.
Oh, okay. Well,
So whether
you know,
this construct might have seen who destroyed him, it is clearly possible. But I'm not sure that his mental construct brain would possibly have the information still. He was
well, that works
quite
out.
thoroughly destroyed.
Oh, that's good. The other one that was in the building of the first victim we saw earlier, it just turned off. It was just reactivated, and there was a toolbox right there, which is weird, right? Like why would they turn it up? By the way, can I ask, kind of retroactively, Mads, if the house was like clean? Like, was it look like they were in the middle of cleaning when they were turned off?
You wouldn't be able to tell because with the quantity of folks that were there, there was definitely a struggle. Furniture was knocked
Gotcha.
over, things were broken, so even if there had, it wouldn't have mattered.
Okay, cool. It just seems odd to pull out your toolbox. You know, usually those things just like chill out in the corner or whatever when they're done.
Yeah.
That's why I don't get those. I don't employ them. They scare me.
Well, we have. They're in this building. How many exits can you see in this building?
There are
This
many
building.
exits. There are many windows. There is also a fire
There-
escape and the front doors.
Oh.
Well,
my
there's
gosh.
many exits. There's many windows. There's even the fire escape out the front door. So I don't know. I'm sure we could maybe cover all of them.
Oh, no time to dawdle. You guys cover the exits, and I'm
Maybe
going to.
we don't. Maybe work smarter, not stronger. I could like grab Marvin and like just drag myself because I think I have this strict stop him.
He,
I don't
he
know
was
how
like,
it
don't
works.
do that.
he
Don't
was
do
like
that.
leaning down to jump to the highest window and jump through it. So
Don't.
don't jump to action.
I mean, those constructs probably have a handle. We need to think about it. We gotta. I like put my head and put his head to my head. Think about it, Marvin.
Can you
I'll
think
lift
from
up
my
Wilbur.
think?
Yeah, I can. We can do that. Amelio, what do you think? If you say jump to action, I swear.
I'm not saying that. I am saying something else.
What are you up to, Amelio? Yeah, what are you saying?
I mean, I say, yeah. Let's think upon what's happening here. It looks like something is killing people, and the wounds are all the same, so it's one person.
Right.
Vannucci, did you figure out if it's a? Could you look at the wounds? We need to see if it's a construct or not that's doing this, or whether we're hunting a human.
No. I could try. Let's see what we can find. The getting into the building will be a lot harder, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Can corroborate because the militia just went out around the front doors. So the only open exit that you can see through that is the window that is shattered from the room that the culprit was just or potentially still is in on the 3rd floor.
I don't know how we're gonna get up there. I can't jump that high. I look at Marvin. I look at Amelio. We're not gonna try to jump that high. We are not kangaroos.
Are you sure? I can jump to at least the 3rd window, I believe.
Oh, Marvin now looks like John Cena. You just
Jump
like,
there!
are you sure about
No.
that? Just...
No.
Oh, then I think I'm going to take a breath. And I really would like to mechanically take a breath as I am very tired and have 2 cards.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, if you are taking a breath, that's a good 4-5 minutes of lead on whether or not that culprit is still in the room.
Yeah, I'm leaving it up to the smart people at this moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And-
think it's. Amelio, do you want to check out the construct that just got thrown to see if the power that was thrown was a human or was a
That'd be
construct?
Dr. Vannucci. I'll start getting my armor on. Dr. Vannucci can check out the thing, and then we can hop into that.
It just
Do we
occurred to
wanna-
me. Do you keep your armor in that casket?
Yeah.
That's fucking fantastic. I'm so
Yeah, so he pulls it off his back, slams it down, and opens it up and starts like,
As he's doing that, I would like to lean over to Marvin or Vannucci or both and be like, isn't that a little morbid? It's like a little morbid, right? I mean, like, even for us, this is kind of morbid.
Imagine not wearing your armor at all times to be always ready.
I look at my button-down suit and like my really high-waisted pants. Yes, that would be bad.
So Marvin and Amelio are out of commission for about 10 minutes.
Right. Would it be okay? I'm trying to think what would be faster to grab the body or like me and Vannucci go over to the house and just grab the construct. Like, should we get the construct from and bring it? Should I grab the construct and run it over, or because I'm pretty fast. I have good athletics. It's one of my trained things. But I'm not super sure which one would be better.
I'll say this. If you're trying to occupy this 10 minutes and the goal is to repair both of them, within the 10 minutes of Marvin and Amelio doing their stuff, with a proper success, you could feasibly get the corpse from up there to down here with the one that fell out the window with
Okay.
a couple minutes to spare.
Cool. right, I'll do
Yeah,
that then.
and it says we're just not doing anything mentally or physically exhausting. I am just kind of casually watching the exits just in case.
Ooh, we got 2,000 bits thrown in. Thank you, Mr. Sato.
Hey.
Cole,
Thank
remind
you.
me the effects of such.
Oh no.
Technically a magic item.
So do with that
Mm.
as you will. If you want to give us, say, a major clue or some
A
magic-
bonus in its own
A
way.
magic construct.
A magic jump to the 5th story.
Yeah, Wilbur becomes young and vibrant.
Nope.
Wilbur. Okay, so Amelio gains the love of Dr. Vannucci's wife.
Yeah.
Wilbur gets young and vibrant. Dr. Alessandro Vannucci. Oh, there's no winning for you, is there? If I
Gets
do the other bit.
sadness.
No, your wife becomes real. That's what you've always comes back to life. Even
But
if
all
his
three
wife
of you end up
becomes
in like
real.
a polycule.
Yeah.
what you deserve. And
I'm like,
Marvin
what up?
just becomes and Marvin's number for smarts just goes a little bit higher because that's what he deserves.
What I'm actually going to do with those 2,000 is I'm going to say, for the sake of this, I'm going to let all of you redraw your hands.
Oh, I just did it.
Well, so I'm going to save you some time. So I'm going
Okay.
to kind of ix the consequence of you guys spending 10 minutes here as far as the culprit is concerned. I'm going to let you redraw your breadth with 7 cards.
Oh.
Heck to the year.
Also a good point of order. Thank you, Mr. Saito. All of the wonderful cast here, everyone other than me, because I'm just a nobody, has agreed to donate all of their proceeds towards the Kickstarter. So anything raised today goes towards the Kickstarter.
Hi, hello,
So-
it's your host, Mads. I completely forgot to mention that at the beginning of the session, and I am so sorry. But yeah, we're putting all of that into the Kickstarter, so if you want to donate things, please feel free. We can manipulate the session as it goes, good or bad. And yeah, that's all going towards Necrobiotic, so.
Get them those books and cards.
Thanks, Cole. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Okay. I'm going to use my nimble thing where I am really fast. And I can use diamond. Now, tell me again, what is the spade again? What does that look like?
The spade is the Jesus fish.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, cool. I'll use my Jesus fish because I have nimble, which gives me grace and agility, gives you soonest, elegant movements when you play an athletic skill, which is hilarious because I'm old. Playing an athletic skill, you get success from both diamonds and spades. So, boobity boop.
Okay, all
I
right.
know. I'm very nimble. I got a lot of new body parts despite being incredibly old.
All right, so.
I want to be like, okay, I will be right back, and then just sprint so fast away.
So I am looking for 1 success, but I will grant you additional benefit if you have 2.
I can also give my diamond boopity boop bam. So that's 2 successes.
Okay. What was your first card?
It was a spade, but I can use that one for both.
Hell yeah.
I
So you
get
got a
successes
spade and
for
a diamond, 2 successes. Those 2 successes net you both the body and the tools. Comfortably packed up in your speedy old person self. You just book it up there, collect all of the stuff, and sling it over your back and book it back downstairs. Lay the body
like
down.
in a cinematic way. It's definitely mirrors how Amelio held me, just like fully like, we're gonna get there.
But this body is definitely larger than you, so like
it's dragging. It's fully dragging.
It's the opposite visual of Amelio carrying you. And
it's a mirror.
As you take it down and you lay it next to the second corpse, you can provide the tools to Vannucci, which I will reduce a necessity for a success from you for mechanically. If you would like to do anything as far as repairing or deducting anything from these corpses.
Yeah,
So
wait.
which corpses do I have in front of me?
The
You
one
have
that
the
was
one-
thrown out the window, and the house cleaning automaton from the first crime scene. You haven't seen that one yet.
Yep.
It's turned off. It's off.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it was beaten to death. It looks like it was deactivated and put
So
in
one
order.
of the things that I can do as an architect, and one of my special
Yes.
skills is necroneurological programming, which just by itself is such a great word. With this skill, you can access construct programming to set up non-standard tasks or to inspect the last commands that the biomachine has executed. I'm going to attempt to do it for both of them. If the one that was blasted out the window is definitely beyond repair, then I might not get anything from him. But we'll see what was happening just before either of these destructions.
He was mechanically rendered useless, but he was not rendered useless as far as neurological functions. So if you're inspecting last commands and things, I'm going to look for 2 successes in total between the 2 of them for gear.
Okay, I got that.
Yeah, you
Okay.
do. Good job.
Perfect.
Yes, proper.
Very nice. All
I
right.
knew I stopped you for a reason.
The way
I
this is
stopped
going to
you.
look real quick is out of nowhere, Dr. Vannucci's wife is going to appear, and she's going to slowly clunk her way into the scene.
Oh,
And Alessandro's going to go, oh dear, you really shouldn't be here, but you came just in time. And he'll run to the back of his wife and grab from her belt his tools and his equipment. And it's going to basically look like he has no fucking clue what he's doing, even though he does. He's going to stab a screwdriver into the head of one of the constructs and rip it open and start tinkering with the wires and the congealed blood and try to figure out what the last couple commands of this monstrosity was.
I very much imagine the stabbing of the screwdriver like an extremely violent version of like pushing the pin into the side of your iPhone that pops out the
Yeah.
SIM card. It's like, you know, there's a button behind the forehead, but nobody else does. So you're just like, wham, and then just. And you're like,
Well, as you know,
What the hell?
tanned human skin is very tough. So you have to really get in there and rip it in half. And, you can sew that back up later, but you got to
Hard to
really
chew,
get
too.
into it. And
I'll
so,
whisper to.
I don't want to
Amelio.
ask how you know that.
as much as Dr. Vannucci is bumbling idiot around other human beings, he is an expert when it comes to
But that's not
hacking
even
into these
true.
things.
You did a great job empathizing with the witness. You're great with people too. You're just
Yeah.
weird with your wife. You're just weird with your wife.
Yeah, my
Hey,
question is
everybody
the
should
wife
be a little
looking at Amelio?
Everything the wife does is 100% mechanical. So whenever she moves her head, she just jerks it to the side a little bit, and it like clinks into place. But you do happen to notice on this side of the wife this time around that Evelina is missing one of her eyeballs.
When
Yeah.
this is gonna might be a waste of a turn. While he's doing that, how focused are you? Like, are you keeping your eyes on the prize? You're not looking around. Just
He
curious.
has no clue what's going on around him. He is
Great, cool.
100% in there.
All right, so a lot of your wife is mechanical, right? Like more mechanical than neurological.
She is like a construct that you see cleaning the streets, but
Right.
her only duty is to like be my wife.
Got it. I would like to quietly take some parts and like try to create this is not a thing I can do, but I would like to do it for flavor anyways and make a voice box for his wife. Because I can build things. I have electronic assembly.
That's
Yeah.
Sorry, Marvin, go
I'm-
ahead.
Yeah, no, it's not important to in-game, but I'm home alone and my dog I put my dog in bed and then she started barking at something. So I was like, uh-oh. So I went and checked. And now I come back and we're having wholesome moments of making voice boxes.
You
Cool.
know,
Yes.
I just come into the game. I go into game. I do a lot of. Mitch knows this. I do a lot of bits, and then I do a cute thing to really summarize me as a human.
My game
You
is a
know-
series of discrete bits
Mads,
that do
listen,
not connect.
I do understand if you won't let me do this, but I will directly complain to Mitch after this game if you don't let me do something cute.
No.
Matt, let me do something cute.
I wasn't
Let's
going
just
to
go
tell
back
you no.
to the coffee shop and
There
just
was
hang
no part
out.
of me that was going to tell you no. I'm looking for
Yeah.
2 successes, but I'm not
Just
going to tell
make
you no.
just make it a
All right, 2
Furby,
successes.
a Furby voice box.
Which is gear.
Here, okay. I have
Any
good
additional
gear, so
successes will improve its fluidity of speech and how cognizant
Okay,
it can relay information.
So I have a 6 and a 7. I'd like to add together. How many would that make?
It's like
Is it 15?
Oh, that's 13. That's not enough. That means it's 16. Okay, I'll push the limit and
Okay,
try to make
so
this
discard
happen.
1, draw 2, pick one of those 2
Hell yeah.
for you specifically.
Which one do I want to discard? This one.
Cole, you may have missed the moment where Dr. Vannucci stabbed a corpse and ripped its skin open. So I just wanted to include that for your.
Okay.
It's
And
really
I
important.
can show you with the skull that I have.
Okay,
13,
cool.
14,
At
15,
this
16,
point,
17.
I'm just
I have
like,
17. I did it.
17, very good.
Ooh.
Yay, we did
Let's
it.
Were either of
just go
those
hang out.
spades?
They were all spades. I lucked out and got all
Oh,
spades.
shit.
Gear's my thing. Gear is my thing.
So
It's my
no.
only. It's
that's
my
not
skill.
2 successes, Wilbur. That's 5.
I'm gonna make the best. I'm literally going to go in my memories of what I'm gonna assume now for each other a long time. Like I knew your wife. I knew all of you, and like because I'm so old, and so I remember what your wife's voice sounds like, and I tune it so well. And I'm like, her voice sounded a little softer than that. And I get it accurate as hell. Can I
Yeah.
say that?
Or-
Can I say that?
Absolutely.
Or you can make it more Morgan Freeman's voice, which is also angelic.
That's true. I don't think I'm a level with you. I don't think Vannucci would like that as much.
What?
I'm a level with you right now.
What about Nicole Kidman?
Ooh. Vannucci strikes me as like a very loyal husband, like wouldn't
Yeah.
replace his wife in the world, which is
Yeah.
cheesy. So I'm gonna do that secretly. Which, by the way, I'm sure for Marvin and Amelio, it just seems like I'm doing this. I pull out a piece of metal and be like, he. Like I'm just stabbing it.
Just tiny things in the corner. This old man hunched over with visually kind of like digging through a ramen noodle on on the edge of the corner, but like really he's building some really complex voice box.
He takes off his glasses to do tech stuff. He's like, all right, here we go.
This whole one shot has just become the quest to restore my wife.
My wife.
And steal that wife.
Dr. Vannucci, you are restoring and finding information from the 2 of them, getting some last
Yes.
records.
What were their last commands?
Yeah. Depends on the 2 of them. The maid bought, the house cleaning bought from the first crime scene, their last commands were entirely dedicated towards cleaning, particularly in the laundry side of things. But this other one's most recent commands as a, I guess, housemaster, butler, whatever you want to call them, was actually in defense of the space. It actively tried to stop a home intruder.
Well, if we are to assume that there is something roaming the streets and killing people and constructs alike, then it definitely made it through this house. But we don't know where it's gone now.
You do not. But Marvin and Amelio, you guys are all recharged, armored up, and ready to go. In shorter time than the amount it took you to dawn, because I let you redraw your breath faster. What are you both up to?
I don't know, Emilio. You tell us, because I just want to jump through windows.
You are good at that.
Wilbur. Actually, why I'm talking to the technosophist? I'm sorry, Wilbur. You're cool, but you're not a scientist.
What? Why I'm making the voice goes gentle, woman's voice soft, sweet. What? Hmm?
That was a sentence.
God,
okay.
that was weirdly morbid.
Are you? Hey, you. Oh, okay. You're not talking. That's fine. I love the idea of these two people just working on their corpses on the side, like.
Yeah, these two fucking nerds just like digging into
know,
bodies,
right?
and then these two armoring up to like Iron Man through a wall. Like,
God, what a two-shot. Like, in terms of film, this would be hilarious to
this
look
would
at.
be real good.
Vannucci, what are your orders? What do you want us to do? What's the next course of action?
Well, I think we need to track down this construct was defending its home, and we saw what happened to it. So do be careful. But whatever did this to the construct is either still in the home or is making its escape already.
Say less. How where's the window that it got thrown out of?
Third story directly above you.
How many feet?
3 stories, we're talking 8 feet each.
What's that in meters?
24? 24 feet, like...
8 meters.
I burned some pellets.
Yeah, it's
and
like
I
24, 26 meters-ish.
I jumped through the window.
No, that's not right.
A
A meter is closer
about
to
a
yard. Yeah, a meter
Yeah.
is about a yard, so 20, 26... Yeah, it's like 8, 9 meters.
Let's do
I'm
this.
coming, random citizens.
Okay. Using a jump. Is this your enhanced or your supercharged movement?
Yeah, I believe so. Do you have one of those for each pellet you have, or
So at base, you carry in your inventory a 10 pellet load. Each time you use one, you consume a pellet.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yep. Then yep. Doing the same thing, jumping up and through the window where the body was thrown out of, and giving chase.
Because this consumes inventory, and objectively it's not super terribly tall, we're looking for 1 success initially just to get through the window itself.
Well, steam, right?
Yep, steam.
Oof.
Or no, gear. Sorry, it's gear.
Gear.
So, spades.
Oh yeah, okay, because yeah, it's techno-powered, supercharged movement. That's what it is. Okay, cool. I have very luckily just 1 gear card, so 1
Very
spade.
good.
I'm gonna jump through the window. Come on, Amelio! We must save the citizens.
Let's do this. And I will play.
Epic rock music plays in the background.
Yeah, I'll play 2 cards for an 8 for 1 success
Okay.
as I put in a pellet into the little boiler thing. So it starts heating up and
Techno-powered jumps. All right,
Yeah.
so you both leap simultaneously. Well, not simultaneously. You're going to get stuck. One at a time through this window. Marvin, you land in the room first using a spade card. I'm going to give you just a touch more distance. As you fly up through this window, clear the space, and as your boots touch down, you hear an awful cracks and squish of the corpse of the homeowner you have just landed on in your hard armor. And you look down, and the person you are... The dead body you are standing on is indeed Itranov Olasandra. Dead on the floor. And
Well,
you see that as Amelio joins you.
this is an awkward time as I was jumping, and as I mentioned earlier, I wish that I was like Wilbur. I went to the scrap yards and I got a boombox and I play classical music. So I played a very classical song called Montero by Lil Nas as we jump through the window. And I reach back and pause it. I found the body.
yeah, you're stepping in it, right?
Yeah, as I walk forward a little bit. Well, this is awkward.
Two things.
Well, we gotta run, and I try to look for who keep murdered.
Okay. You notice both of Itronov's children can be heard, because you know the family, of course you do. Itronov's children can be heard at a distance weeping from a closet within the condominium. But there are survivors of this particular attack. You can also hear the boot steps below of some of the militia on their way up the apartment complex.
Oh man, this militia is gonna think I'm involved in everything.
You
every
do
time.
have like blood all over
You
your.
just got one of those faces, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
And also, you keep appearing at every site of murder,
Yeah.
which is not great. I'm in love with you, man.
Oh, to the kids. Amelio, can you question them? Random children,
Anonymous
you'll be fine.
differentiation.
As I try to find the murderer.
Oh, we got, okay, four good tables for me to use at my discretion in between episodes or now. So if y'all are good, I can distribute some good tables, because Mr. Saito is treating us today. So thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the session. Marvin, I was completely distracted by the shiny purple bits. What are you up to specifically?
I asked if Amelio is comfortable talking to the children because
Yes.
out of game, someone should question them. In game, Marvin not the best at doing that. So he's gonna still try to run around and find the murderer.
Yeah, I'll go up to the kids and kind of
Okay.
get down on one knee. Hey, can you tell me what happened here?
We don't much know. We were told to hide in a closet. So we've just been in here, but we heard talking out there. That's really cool armor, mister. What is where can I get some?
Well, when you become of age and you test well, you can become part of the Techno Power division here in Florence. It's not that great, though.
Oh,
It
well, that's
takes
a real
lot out of you.
letdown.
Yeah.
Seems like you should be more excited about your job or find a different career path, because that seems like a really draining way to live.
Amelio just crushing the dreams of children.
Yeah.
That's his true
Absolutely the
secret.
worst.
secret,
He's so good with old
ability.
people, and by old people I mean Wilbur.
Just
And
Wilbur.
Yeah. Yeah, just Wilbur.
Everybody's got this one really eccentric friend that they hang out with in this group, and beyond that, they're totally inept socially.
Yeah.
They're like, I really vibe. Wilbur's like, they'll be like, he's really the worst, and Wilbur's like, what? No, he's cool. What are you talking about?
But the two kids, the one that was talking, his sister is gonna kind of bat him and be like, no, he's asking about. I'm sorry. We were we were sent to hide in the closet, and then we heard commotion, and we didn't want to we didn't want to come out. We were worried about Mom, and I is she okay? This is like a room over, so they have no idea.
You know, kid, I had a friend, and we went on patrol, and humanity's not really doing well out there. And there's a kind of a negative thing about being in this armor, right? They can't really get to your innards without going.
Are you providing us an arbitrary allegory instead of telling us that our mom's dead?
I was trying to relate and also release my own trauma and relate to you through that. But hey, sure, let's talk about your needs.
I'm sorry. we have spent a long time in this apartment complex, and we read a lot. But I didn't mean to diminish your particular traumas. If you want to keep going, you can.
It's fine. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, you know what? Post-traumatic stress for the horrific things I've seen in my life. But sure, child, I will let you know about the difficulties you're facing in your life here in your apartment.
I think that would be good. We're particularly impressionable
Your mom's
right now.
dead.
They both start sobbing. They go from trying to be really intelligible, it doesn't faze them, and then you finally tell them the truth of what they wanted to hear, and they're both just bawling now, and you're like, well, shoot.
I'm giving a thumbs up to Marvin. Okay. Goodbye, kids.
I knew the kids would be useless.
Just put them back in the closet.
Ooh.
Children are the future, but right now they are nothing.
Oh God, it's just they didn't give me a chance to talk about my stuff, and it was just kind of, it was selfish of them, and it hurt.
I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna, just for the hell of it, make a 1 success draw for emotion for me, or empathy, as a reaction.
In this moment, Vannucci and Wilbur's turn to Vannucci and goes, "You think that Marvin and Amelio are handling it well up there? I hope that they can find the victim, do their thing. I'm sure Amelio can." Ooh, nice. Can figure this
I will
out.
keep you from additional traumas at the hands of these children.
Yay.
I'm sure between the two of them, they can handle things from there.
Yeah, of course.
They certainly shouldn't be, traumatizing youthful minds.
Yeah, that would be messed up if they saw victims and they made it worse and made it about them. That'd be weird, but they wouldn't do that. Anyways, the voice of a woman is softened, and at this moment, he's also adding Montero to the list of things that she can do.
It's the subconscious, writing an essay and somebody starts talking about cookies, and then you end up with a sentence or two in the code.
She's like, call me by your name, call me by whatever. I'd like to say that Wilbur works with old technology, so things that we had in 2020, he's most profoundly good at. So I'd like to think that he has he put in AI self-learning stuff. He after a while, she's gonna start knowing what you're gonna say, Vannucci. She's gonna get smarter. Ha 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 ha! I'm a genius. I love technology.
So what you're saying is Wilbur is just a millennial who.
Yes.
Grew up during the technological boom.
Yes, correct.
And has lived through COVID and now the end of the world, pretty much.
Yes.
I see how it is. Yes,
and Vannucci is now married to Alexa. Yep.
So you have to understand, that's exactly what you just said, Robert, was exactly my character pitch. That's exactly where I was going. I was like, imagine with me, if you will, us. And then we kept living. And
what if I just was myself on stream?
Papa,
really
you don't know my
old.
brand. You don't even understand. This is my brand, Robert. I don't play characters. I play me.
Oh, it's so good, though. So you finished the voice box. Vannucci, you, by this point, have finished your stuff on these two. Is there anything else you're looking for other than just their most recent commands?
So I'm trying to figure out so they have some kind of sensory input in their own way.
Yes.
I'm trying my best to piece together what I can figure out about what the thing was from the most recent one that got thrown out the window. If there's any information about what this thing looked like.
Okay. All right. So you're looking for ocular return, basically.
Ocular or any sensory information that it picked up right before it got blown out a window.
Auditorily and visually, you can't pull any recording or visual off of them, but you can get data entries of what it would consider it. And what you get is basically code listings for male, deep voice, and tired, as well as
Interesting.
I will add the addendum to augmented at the end of that. But yeah, tired is probably the one that strikes you out. But like, yeah, male, deep voice, augmented, and tired are the notes that you get from that.
Well, Wilbur, I can't imagine what this man could do if they were at full strength. We've got to get to them before they get a chance to rest.
That's a good point. Okay, should we go now? Or like later?
I think we should wait at least until Marvin and Amelio come back, just to see if they have any information about where this thing may have gone to.
Okay, I'm
We're
staying so
busy
close to
being
you.
like, we're busy being pushed around by kids.
Yeah, Amelio and Marvin are very busy. I like the idea
Wilbur?
that I'm like, yes, yeah,
Wilbur,
yes.
you've been around for quite a long time. You were there when my wife and I got married, and you even attended in my doctoral thesis, Wilbur. But
yeah, you rudely. I asked if I could officiate the wedding, and you said no. And then your wife said also no, and then you both told me no together. It was a little bit rude. I felt like one no was good enough.
No. We already had someone. You'd asked us several times since then. But now is not the time to hash out old arguments, Wilbur. My question is well, do you happen to know who this Miss Alessandra was? Could she have had any enemies, or was this a simple random killing?
I have been alive so long. And there's like 4 people in this fucking city. Do I know
There's
this lady?
like 14, okay? Don't diminish the other couple.
All right.
If there's 5% of the
enough.
population, there's about 19,000 people in Florence.
Wilbur, with
nice
his friendliness,
numbers.
he's known a lot of them. He won't shut up at grocery stores. He's like, hey, what are you buying? Oh, broccoli?
No, you're that guy.
Oh, he fully is. Wilbur is so nosy.
You cannot escape him in any kind of social situation.
Oh no! All right, so
Wilbur is an energy vampire.
He truly is.
Before we get to addressing your energy vampire social circles and whether or not you know Alessandro, Marvin and Amelio, as you return to Marvin and, hey, I calmed down the kids. They're doing, whatever. The bootsteps are quickly encroaching. They are probably a floor beneath you at this point. And one of the kids, the girl who was a little bit more straightforward about everything, comes out to the two of you, looks down at the at her mom, sits for a second, slow blink, 2 tears, looks back up at you two. Are you guys looking for that guy that was here? Do you think he killed Mom?
Probably. We would like to have vengeance brought. Yeah, if you
upon his face.
Are you gonna kill him or just
No, we don't kill.
Oh.
Humanity.
Sure?
Yes, humanity desperately needs everyone. We don't kill.
Yes, we do not kill.
But he killed and maimed, so
He'll go to the vegetable garden, or they will, whoever it is. We'll go to the vegetable garden. They'll work until they die and become a construct.
My mom's actually got a will somewhere that says she wanted to work at the vineries when she died.
Oh. Well, I'm sure militia or someone will be around to figure that whole process out.
Okay.
But for now, we got to capture this culprit.
Cool. I haven't heard anything since Mom died, except for...
Okay, random child, I will stop you there. Amelio, are you ready for the double team, double ground pound? What is this floor made out of?
Hold
Floor?
on, wait, what? Hold on. Whoa, Marvin, let's hear her out before we start pounding things.
No, it's good. It was only like a sentence more. I was just going to say I haven't heard anything since the people started marching up. He's probably still in the building. And then she's going to back up because whatever the fuck you just said doesn't sound friendly.
Well, you said that there's bootsteps beneath this, right?
I said there are bootsteps encroaching. They're probably... You are not above the stairwell, but they're on the floor beneath you.
Does it sound like the constructs or more like a human movement?
No, it sounds like construct militia trying to come.
Okay, yeah. We don't want to pound down there.
Never mind. Where are we going?
Pounding is off. No more pounding.
I just want to jump through the floor.
7 p.m. Come on.
The noise ordinance is not in effect yet.
The killer is still in the room. How many floors are above us?
House.
There are 2 floors above you. There are 3 floors beneath you.
Well, I'm not beneath this, so I'm going to uppercut. Well, I'm going to use my weapon. Pulling out a scythe from the back of my techno-powered armor.
Mm-hmm.
The gears kind of extended out in a very large fashion.
Bloodborne style.
Like, yeah! And I'll just go looking up at the roof like, yeah!
That's what I'm talking about.
Just perforate a line directly through the ceiling. Is the goal to jump up through the floor?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to make you roll for the cut through the floor, because that's a big fucking scythe. God damn it. I don't...
Yeah!
This is the great time to tell all of you I did finish my drink. I am drunk. I'm so sorry.
High five.
All the Wilbur jokes I make from now on will not be funny, I promise.
I forgot that... Oh, yeah. I forgot that absinthe has to be diluted before you drink it. Do not drink it out of the bottle.
You got excited. Heck. You were like, here we go. Whoa.
Because I didn't have any in my thing.
I'm going to send you Everclear.
You poor
I used to put Everclear in lemonade.
Yeah.
You do 1 can of Minute Maid lemonade and like a shooter glass worth of Everclear. Perfect. That's all you need for the day. Like the whole day.
I love the game in which actual adults talk about like types of liquor and brands of liquor, and I'm like, well, I don't know. I like the sippy juice. It tastes good. Like I don't know. I'm like,
sippy juice tastes good.
Sippy juice make my heart warm.
Through the floor.
Okay, I will make you both roll for that jump. And the reason I'm making you both roll is that there is a consequence on failure for this one.
Yes.
You have to have 7 successes. Good luck. Let the odds be ever in your favor. So sorry.
Well, the best I got is 2 cards for 1 success.
Okay, 2 cards, 1 success.
1 success, diamonds.
1 success. Okay. Wait. So.
Or are you doing? No. We're talking about techno-powered movement,
yep,
right?
That'd be spades.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I got 8 exactly, playing 2 floors.
Okay, perfect. So you both jump through the floor at the perforation in such a way that you manage to only break the portion of the floor that you need to, and land in a space that is still structurally sound.
I feel like we could have accidentally taken out some kids. This might have been like...
You very well could have collapsed
foolhardedly.
Yeah, it would have been good.
The killer is moving. We need to catch them.
During that point, Wilbur, your connection to just happenstance knowing everybody, Alessandro, Miss Alessandro is... she is one of the architects working, or who had previously worked with in certain divisions for the Citadel.
Shit.
She's their private contracts, mostly just repair work, but through the idle grocery conversations that you have had, and tea shops and things, it is very easy to tell that she is very strongly opinionated about the fact that people shouldn't be doing any work at all. Because there's just not enough of us, and anything that we could have could expose us to risk. Like, almost to the point of just brash paranoia, is very open about the fact that constructs should be doing everything for people, and people should just be existing.
She's about communism, I respect. I relay this to Vannucci, and I do it in a really grandiose way, but like, you see, she has this concept that was really unlikable and popular back in the day. In fact, people misunderstood it quite often, said all these other kind of government systems were this one, but it's not fun that way. Misunderstandings, lies, propaganda, stares off in the distance. Those were the good days. Anyways, yeah, she had a lot of enemies in the Citadel because it was a weird situation. She was a little bit too brash, you know, one of those ladies who talked a little bit too loud about pretty unlikable things. The wrong kind of people would definitely not like her. I guess both a construct who's lost its little mind or someone who is wanted the people to work would be against her.
You say.
It sounds.
Oh, sorry.
So sorry, you were saying?
No, please continue. Do your thing.
Well, as you, I'm sure, understand, the entirely construct militia was a very divisive decision made by the Citadel that many people are not very fond of. So someone who thinks like Ms. Alessandra thinks, well, I'm sure she would have made a lot of enemies if she had any say in bringing about the construct militia.
Do you think that by any chance someone who was in the militia would have been against her, since she was pro at getting rid of their jobs? Maybe they liked being in the militia. I can't imagine why.
Distinctly possible. People in those kinds of positions sometimes like to have that power over the people, especially in dark and dismal scenes like Florence today.
Or literally any time before then, stares up into the distance again. Anyways, I think the military would be odd, or most common people would probably agree with her that we should probably just keep on living. But why the paranoia? It's almost kind of like she was right to be worried, you know?
Perhaps. It's a good thing we don't have anyone in our group who is a militia member right now, because even they could have been a suspect in this situation.
Oh, it'd been terrifying. Could you imagine hanging out with the milita? Ugh, gross. Cops. Anyways. Should we wait until Marvin and Amelio? Do I hear the wall? Something
yeah,
shaking?
I was gonna say that's what I was getting at. As you say that, should we wait until Marvin and Amelio and you hear just wood and sheetrock and just some sparks just go off upstairs as these two just standing leap through the floor perforation that Amelio made with the scythe. And as they land on the second floor, they both kind of dart back from this gap just in time to see the four militia guard walk into the space, and they look around and they look down at the kids, and Amelio and Marvin, you can hear the kids look up at the four of them and they go, "Are you cops?" And the militia look back down at the kids, and and just like they do a kneel, like one of them does like a dad kneel in response to like children being present, and tries to like do an open arms comfort kind of thing, and both of them look at them, and they go, "Yeah, I don't know what Mom was thinking, but like, you guys aren't really any better than the actual cops, are you?
These kids rock so
I'm gonna
hard.
need you to leave." And the other kid goes, "Yeah, we don't like cops in this house. You need to leave." And the if-then statement response of these 4 cops looks down and assesses the kids as probably not the culprit to the murder, and they stand up, and all 4 of them march out of the room.
I mean, they might be. Throwing it out there.
Anyone could be the murderer, even myself.
I'm looking down, like taking notes, like, okay, actually handled that pretty well. I probably should have went that route.
As you are both standing upstairs, you can hear shuffling in the dust, like cracks in like footstep creaks, on the same floor that you guys are on.
Halt! Who goes there?
The noises stop from wherever they are in the floor.
I guess I charge towards them. I need to find this murderer.
Oh god. Okay, so you say charge towards them. You are wearing techno-powered armor. What does that mean specifically for you? Are you trying to find the space, or are you trying to, like, juggernaut through the wall to them?
Just running this time.
Okay.
No busting.
Alright, so you run in that direction. I'm looking for a 1 success investigation. Or, no, actually, I need a 1 success readiness, which is the same suit. It's clubs, but it is a little bit more appropriate here.
All right. I luckily have 1 club.
Very nice. Okay, so you immediately dart towards this dust, or the sounds of these creaks, and you round the corner, out into this hallway, just full RoboCop, feeling like you're knowing exactly where you're going. You round the corner, and then you round another corner, and end up in somebody else's kitchen than the apartment you just jumped into. And you kind of skid on your feet into the center of this kitchen to watch a fully decorated human militia officer missing one of the sleeves of his uniform with basically a full replacement prosthetic, like, biomedical arm of a much larger man, augmented with steel and things to keep it attached. Currently just beating the fuck out of the person who owns this particular apartment place. Just, like, knifing there's no noise to this. It was the mouth-covered stabbing, as the movement had stopped. But they...
Amelio! And I'm now going to
Fucking
techno-power movement tackle them into away from the person they're stabbing.
Your shout was enough for them to turn around, though. I'm not going to give you a surprise on that one.
That's fine. It maybe saves the person and alerts Amelio. So
okay. So Amelia would hear you. You're a loud person. This assailant turns to you, knife in hand, which is a fairly sizable Bowie-looking thing, very much as you had suspected. It is like barbed all the way down, almost like double serrated on both ends, but really wide, like shark teeth serrations. It looks like it was made by like a technosophant out in the junk pile kind of thing. It's kind of a black marketed weapon. But he turns to you as you techno-powered lunge towards him. You're trying to tackle him?
Yeah, away from the victim.
Okay. So I'm looking for 1 success to be able to do so, but there are potentially 2 consequences to this move that will be responded to from the militiamen, so more successes would benefit you to steel yourself against those.
Okay, what do you want me to be doing?
So
the gear?
Yes, if it's one of your techno-powered abilities, it would be a gear roll.
Cool.
Or pull. Damn it. I'm getting something other than my absinthe. Let's go with peach and orange blossom botanical vodka. That'll be easier.
I'll drink my water to hydrate.
I've
Hydration
run
is
out of
key.
water.
Great.
Hydration, hydrate or dihydrate, squad.
Yeah.
Hydrate.
Hydrate
Okay.
is ever clear.
Matt, would you say me and Vannucci just chilling would be us taking a breath?
Yeah, y'all
Thank
haven't
you for
done much in
mentioning
the
it,
apprehension.
because I
I'll
was gonna
allow
say
that. Yeah,
Cool.
I'll
yeah,
allow
we'd be
that.
straight chill. We're fully chilling at this point.
You did hear
We're
the break
just-
through the ceiling, so however you want to respond to that, but you heard that from where you're at.
I don't know if we could do much for combat.
Fair enough.
Wilbur, we were saying that I think they have things covered, but I'm not sure that's a sound that I'm really too excited about. So I'm not sure they do have things covered.
Ooh, maybe not. Okay. Yeah. We should probably, just check
I'm not
it.
saying that like we should go in there quite yet, but I have to take care of my wife, you see, and well, I'm not sure if I could be of help right this moment if they're going to be trashing a building, but we could go in there if you think it's appropriate.
I just realized, is my spider still on Marvin?
It is.
I walk over to Vannucci and I go, I really wanted to believe that Amelio and Marvin were doing a good job, but they have in fact traumatized some children accidentally. Upside, we found this killer. Downside again, there is another victim, possibly. Upside again, Marvin tackled them. I'm not sure how great we'll be in there because I just have an air taser. I don't know what kind of weapons you have. I have a air taser, so that's where I'm at. So I can. Hey, here's a question.
Yes.
We're in an alley.
Yep.
Is there any vehicles nearby?
Vehicles is a weird word in
This world?
Necrobiotic. Yeah,
I'm good.
you get
I
like
can drive most old age vehicles and pilot drones.
okay. Old age vehicles, no. If you're looking for functioning repaired old age vehicles, those would be outside the walls of Florence. Beyond where the
gotcha.
junk pile is.
Okay, then otherwise, I don't know what I just have the air taser. I'm not super. I'm a little fast, but
You're
I'm
telling
not.
me you didn't put a tiny gun on the spider drone?
No, I did not. Could you? I guess I could technically, but I did not. That's the only bummer about it. Gosh, what do you think, Vannucci? Can you fight? I'm not very strong. I'm mostly just fast. I do a little, that thing where people are playing basketball, so they bounce from either side, like oh, like that's
Yep.
what Wilbur does to show how nimble he is.
Unfortunately, I'm more of a medicine man and a programming and a political man. But
Oh, wait, if you're a medical man, maybe we should go in because maybe that victim needs us. Maybe Amelio and Marvin can deal with the murderer. You can deal with the victim, and I can maybe talk to the children, maybe get rid of some of their traumas. We'll see if I can actually help.
by God, I think you're right.
Yep, I have been alive for, and then he mumbles his age, the amount of years. All right, let's go.
I forget what the GM in this game is called. I think it's Machinist.
I am the machinist.
Machinist.
Speaking of getting into the building is a problem. The militia constructs, are they still clustered around the entrance there, though? Would we have to find some alternate way of getting into the building?
If you walked around the front is not guarded. It looks like, from your perspective, all of the constructs are inside. You're not sure what floor.
How do you think we should get in, Wilbur?
I'll tell my drone spider to go look around, just find out where the heck the military are, the militia.
Okay. You feel a light pressure remove itself from your armor against your ankle as it skitters through the floor hole. What did you end up getting for your draw?
Yeah, so I need to push the limit. So we're gonna see what happens here and see. Here we go. Okay, so I needed okay. Well, the push the limit worked, but the most I can get still is 1 success.
Okay.
So just 1 same suit success is the best I got.
All right. So in that success, you are going to take, and I'm going to trust you because I can't draw from your hand, but you are going to lose a card from your hand in overexertion of this particular tackle as an exhaustion consequence. And you are also going to take trauma to, let's see. I'm going to scroll down to the character sheet.
Also, how dare Mitch give us an updated book starter thing when I just read the first one and I was like, wow, I'm so smart. And I was like, damn, I missed so much.
Oh, is the other one longer? Because I've only read the short one too.
Yeah, the other one's longer.
Dope. I'll read
I
the
don't
new
think
one.
it's longer. I think it's just better formatted.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe.
Hell yeah. All the better. More reason to check it out on Kickstarter.
You should. It's so pretty. I can't stress that. It's so beautiful.
It's literally, it's gorgeous.
And cherry blossom.
Not as gorgeous as cherry
I'm
blossoms.
gonna have to drink some of that because I keep hearing about it. Heard it's good stuff.
Good shit.
We make it up there.
So
It
you're gonna
makes you
take 1
thirsty.
trauma to gear. As you lunge forward and spear tackle this guy, he's got a knife out in front of him and just shanks it in between 2 plates of your armor, and you can hear the sparks and whirring of the gears and things in part of your techno-powered plating kind of lock up and provide you some additional difficulty.
My
No damage
beautiful armor.
to you, but it definitely hurts your armor.
Yes.
So you've got this guy on the ground. Amelio, are you making chase? Okay, so by this point, you come into the room with Marvin having tackled this military man to the ground, straddling him in his techno-powered armor, planted against the ground. What are you doing?
Well, there's that victim who looks like he got stabbed a bunch of times.
He has
right?
been stabbed at least twice.
Oh, get A! I'm gonna run over and see what I can do. Like, open up the chest, like, psh. What?
Okay.
The idea of a medical professional opening up the shirt and going, okay, it's just very funny to me.
It's like,
just
what do I
really-
do with this? Get the
What?
gum.
Like if your
Get
doctor
the
just,
duct tape.
it's like if a doctor came in and just like opened you up and fuck.
Yeah. Like, oh no.
Oh, goodness. If you would like to try to patch them up,
Yeah.
you're the techno armor guy, right?
Yeah.
The techno fan. Okay.
Techno Banff.
I'm gonna make this because I don't know that there's really a stat for you specifically to do this. I'm gonna make you try it against a flesh roll, and we're looking for 2 successes, but this will be scaled. So like 1 success will still help, but 2 successes is really what you're looking
All
for.
right.
Take a drink. Mads said roll again.
Yeah.
Mads is going to be saying next game when they do in fact roll, you all do have to roll, like, draw a card and be like, nope, don't do that.
All right, I'm shifting again. I don't want to deal with that.
Well, I have to push the
vodka.
limit.
Okay.
And pray to nope. Yeah, I got nothing.
No successes?
No successes.
Okay. Well, I like the narrative of that, though. Because you go look at the guy, yeah, this one's a guy, laying on the ground. tear open the shirt. You're like, okay. And freeze for a second before you try to do a thing. I'm going to impose... How brutal do I want this to be?
Wow, we hate to see it. We hate to see when our Arachnus says shit like that. We hate to see it.
I know. What is this?
You would think because Mitch helped like create this game.
Yeah,
you would
I
think
should.
Wilbur,
doing
did you
better.
watch the last episode I played? Because I killed the last author on the game that I played.
Oh,
Oh,
holy heck!
yes, I heard. Is this the Resident Evil?
Yep, the
one,
Resident
or-
Evil one.
The one with Rowan?
They died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really care about the creator getting killed because it's his fault.
Yeah,
he puts people in.
the PC was an asshole. The
PC
creator was
worse.
amazing, but he played a dick.
The creator was
so
awesome,
it
but
worked. Yeah.
I was sad about Rowan's character dying. That was my favorite. Poor
You
old
know what?
baby.
We're just gonna. I'm gonna remove one of your. I'm gonna remove one of your pellets. I'm gonna force a consumption of one of your pellets as you go, okay, and your armor locks up. And you just you get stuck there, and I'm gonna stun you for a minute.
Oh god!
So Marvin, it's just you and this assailant. He's still pretty surly, even on the ground. Whatever you end up doing for this round, you're still looking at 2 consequences, potentially.
Yeah, well, Amelio said I can't kill, so I'm going to,
Damage is inflicted to stress first. And if the stress deck, so if his stress pile runs out, you've rendered him unconscious or uncompatible. So you can still hammer him a bit without doing any lasting damage.
yeah, I'm just gonna take my huge extrusion blade from my back, and mine is kind of similar to the picture in the quick start guide because it's so awesome. It's like freaking cloud blade, and I'm just going to hold him, and I'm just going to slowly start sliding it into his side.
I
Do
feel
not
like I want to make
resist.
that trauma now, because that doesn't feel like a non-lethal weapon.
Do not resist. You have murdered people, and you must go wherever people go that murder people.
Okay.
Florence.
All right. Yeah,
Go to
you
Florence.
stay in the city. That's where you're at. You're in Florence. They stay in Florence.
No, if you lose, you have to leave the city. That's a
Let's
joke that
see.
only I will get.
Let's see here. Equal to the techno-powered armor and the weapons and things. We're attacking. Are we attacking with gear? Techno-powered
It's my weapon.
Yeah, it's techno-powered
Combat.
combat. Yeah.
Okay. So 1 pellet consumed, and you're rolling for gear. 3 successes could potentially get rid of any consequences, though.
Yeah, but I have 1 card left. So I can't. I mean, I can.
You can
Push
blind draw.
Okay. How many times can you blind draw though? Does it no limit?
Yeah, it's just you don't get to pick, so it's either you pass or you fail, and you don't get the choice.
But how many cards can I blind draw?
So I mean, if you're skilled in the thing, so you would be putting the 1 down in your hand, and then you'd be blind drawing 1 more.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, here we go. Hey, I fail. This is all I have.
You got a
4 and
7.
3. 7.
Okay.
Yep.
So that means now I don't know based on this, and I normally don't ask things on the top shelf, so don't get at me in the chat messages, but Mitch, as far as how the quick start is interpreted, are successes or are attempted things met with failures instead of successes met with additional consequences, or does that just null his success and then the consequences that I've outlined still happen?
Yeah, it nulls. So if you're basically kind of countering each other in terms of successes and consequences. So if he's not able to do anything with the consequences, and those consequences are just gonna fuck him over, and he won't be able to do anything to really,
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. All right, so still the two consequences that I had outlined, and you are looking at for that. You go to push down the blade into him. Do not resist. And the big, beefy biotech arm that he's got just grips the top flat of that blade and just holds it to the. You can hear the scrape as you push it down, and he pushes it away from him as it like cuts and breaks the floorboards underneath you. And with his other arm, he takes another quick jab into your armor and tears it upward through the front plate. So you're going to take a second point of trauma towards gear.
Ooh, that's not good.
Which is now a permanent -1 success for gear, and the second consequence of that is as he grabs that and he wrenches it up because of kind of the hooked flanges on it, he rolls you off of him. And pulls it out and manages to gain his footing to bail.
Wilbur! Come stun this man!
Yeah, Wilbur, Dr. Vannucci, what are y'all up to?
We're not doing well. We're getting our ass kicked.
Here inside the vacuum, here in the void. Da, da, da. No, he's singing, call me what you want, call me when you need, call me in the morning, sing with me, Vannucci. We're walking. Yeah, so my spider is scanning the area to find out where those soldiers are.
That is right. Before I ask anything further, then, go ahead and give me an investigation.
Great. That's something I'm good at, so I'm pumped. What is it?
Steam.
It's
clubs.
Steam. Clubs is a...
The Lucky Clover.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, got one.
Perfect. All right, so your spider skitters down and around, passes these two kids who try to grab for it really excitedly, and as it runs down the hallway, you can see the guards or the militia are currently just... It doesn't take you long because all four of them are just kind of standing outside the door of the apartment that these kids and the dead woman is in.
Oh, so they're not...
No, because they were asked to leave, but also these are not really smart automatons, so they're like, I don't know what the fuck to do now. So all of them look like they're guarding the perimeter, but to you, and like if you're relating this to Dr. Vannucci as an architect, all four of them are just kind of out of commands at the moment because they don't have any response because they were just asked to leave the space.
Well, that's good. Okay, I'll tell that to Vannucci, and then I'll go, okay, for now, we're all right. Hopefully Marvin doesn't yell on the way there because that would draw attention again. I'll go in, and I'll hear the Wilbur, but like, why am I being called, I wonder? Let's go check it. And I'll walk into the group and look around and go, oh, well, we can't have that. This is no good.
Oh no. Yeah, so you walk in right as the techno-powered Marvin gets rolled onto his back, now like briefly straddled by this decorated militiaman as he pulls the knife out of this armor and stands back up to peace and like takes some steps back from Marvin before he spins and sees you in the doorway. And he gives like a fucking like shit kind of thing and flips his knife around to come at you.
Okay, great. I would like to use my air taser.
Okay. You're looking at... Now that he's on his feet and guarded, in total, the room is looking at 3 potential consequences. Amelio, you have your turn back, so you can move after Wilbur does things.
Nah, we should let the nerds handle this.
Perfect. Wilbur,
Sure,
what you
fine.
doing?
I would like to use my air taser
Okay.
to attack.
Okay.
It is boopity
Should
boop
be
boop
suit
boop.
of diamonds if it's combat.
Great. All right, how many successes do I need?
So you need 1 to shoot the guy with a taser. You're pretty close, but any additional successes will benefit you further.
Great. I will. All right, so I will. Yeah. Okay. 5, 6, 8. Okay. That's 2 successes because I have a Joker and then I have a Queen of Diamonds because that's one of my special abilities and it counts as 5 plus my 3 of Diamonds because this is my thing and gear is what I'm good at.
Wait, so
using.
you have a Joker.
Yes, which is 1 success, right?
And you have 2 diamonds.
Yes.
Which
can
are...
Can I use 3? No, right? Can I use
Yeah,
2
no,
or 3?
that's... How did you do so? Did you just draw 2?
Yeah. Or I drew 3, I guess, technically. Should I just do 1?
So it should
I'll just do the 1, I guess.
Well, so if you're skilled in combat, you'd be pulling 2.
I'm definitely not. Am I? No. Okay, I was like, wait, because I'm good at athletics for some reason.
So you're either pulling 1 or you're pushing the limit and discarding 1 and drawing 1 off the top of your deck for a second card.
This is pretty important. Let's try that. Okay, I'll do Joker.
Okay, so guaranteed success at least.
Guaranteed success. My discard, I'll discard this. And then take 2, pick my favorite. Ooh, not incredibly good, but we'll take it. Yeah, okay. And then I'll use... Oh, wait. If it's the... Oh, no, it's not. Okay, right. No. If it's the card... Oh, my gosh. If it's the suit that I'm using, it's an automatic success, right?
Automatic, it's 1 success. Yeah.
Okay, so
your
I didn't
Joker's
actually...
1. If you
I didn't
pulled
actually
another...
I didn't actually have to do that. Oops. Because I have the Joker and then I also have a diamond.
But you can only pull 1 from your hand. So if you push the limit, it's still the drawn 1.
Okay, cool. That's what I'll do then. Okay, cool. Joker, and then I pulled not something good, so rip. It's just a 4, so 1 success.
Okay, 1 success. That's still all right. Where is your air taser? So far hitting 2 damage plus stun. Okay, so we're gonna take 2 of his those cards away.
I'll come in and go, well, this is no good, and then when he turns to me, he goes, I also like bacon, and then I'll try to tase him.
Just zaps him with some bizarre statement as he's like locking up for a second and is stunned.
I turn to Vannucci and I go, that's a joke because in our day we called cops pigs, you know. It's a funny bit.
You get about halfway through that sentence before you are like moving and you take a shot at him and tase, and the structural damage that these guys had caused in the room adjacent causes you to fall through the floor in a snap.
Shit.
And you land in the room below as your consequences because you only got 1 success. So we're
That's
gonna
valid.
give.
Not our fault.
We're gonna. You are now missing your air taser because you it's still stuck to the guy.
Valid.
And
Get my air taser, Vannucci.
Yeah, so you've lost your air taser and you are isolated from the rest of the group.
That's fine. I'll send my drone spider to go watch what's going on. Is there stairs to go back upstairs?
Yeah, I mean, you can go out and around, but the person in the apartment's very confused now.
That's very valid. I'm nimble, so hopefully I can go quick.
Okay. So, Amelio, you are... I mean, or unless Dr. Vannucci's doing anything in particular.
Not really. He's slowly coming up the stairs after Wilbur. He's tisk-tisking at all of the shoddy workmanship on these militia constructs, and he's eventually going to join the group up at the apartment eventually.
Okay.
Sounds good for now.
So he's just meandering very slowly. I love it. Amelio, if you would like to do anything.
Oh, speaking of meandering, his wife is slowly clunking her way into the house, but she is much slower than he is.
Okay. Behind him.
He'll just, like as she did last time, she'll just show up eventually.
Perfect.
Whenever she catches up.
One day. Yeah, Amelio seeing this guy trying to leave and not being able to do anything with this dying person that would be useful. He's going to run up and kick this person. Is the person facing away?
Yes. No, actually it doesn't matter because they are stunned right now. Because they just got tased. So they took damage and are stunned. And
yeah. So he's taking that techno-powered boot and going right up between the legs. Just whoosh.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, all of the consequences for this have currently been used. So go ahead and...
To be fair, we don't know if he has like any test. Like we don't know what he chose to got rid of, take care of. We don't know in this world.
Well,
Any good thing could happen.
You know.
We don't know his biology.
All we
just know
is,
he's a pig. Fuck
yeah,
that guy.
it's going to hurt no matter what.
It's not going to be fun. Go ahead and give me a draw.
Try it.
I got no successes. And I have no cards.
This is both spectacular and just disastrous because you
We used all of our cards to just have a bunch of fun.
Yeah, so
when I'm down here, can I just take a breath? I'm in down here.
You're gonna need it because you're laying on your back just like and as you are Amelio lunges at this dude who is currently tased, ready to give him hell. And the step he takes in his techno-powered armor, you hear the crack underneath him as the rip in the floor just continues on from where Wilbur was, and you drop through right at like full like velocity with your attack.
God!
And land on your back right next to Wilbur.
Oh, hey, Amelio! I thought you were gonna
turtling.
Amelio, I told you to stop destroying the integrity of a building. Didn't I tell you that? Not to destroy the integrity of a building.
I don't know. My head hurts.
Oh dear, Amelio. What are you doing?
Getting my ass kicked. What does it look like?
I love the fact that Vannucci responded to that because that means he's almost to the floor that they need, but he's on the floor below still, where you guys just landed.
Hey, Vannucci. Remember our earlier plan that was really smart and you complimented me on it? Didn't work. Turns out Marvin and Amelio really super needed us. But if you... I got my breath, so I guess after Marvin, I can think of something to do.
Oh, goodness. All right, Marvin, you are no longer stunned.
Yeah, I have a last attempt at something. I have a crossbow, so just normal combat. I'm going to try to fire into this guy.
Okay, very good.
All right, and I'm skilled in it, so this is like the only thing I can think of, but here we go.
The sound on that was so good.
It was so clear.
2 successes.
Nice! Yay!
Nice.
I'm so proud.
So
I just like sit up, still half sitting, pull a crossbow out.
On your check the combat table. You've got your crossbow. How much damage does the crossbow do?
Oh,
I think 2.
Yeah, it looks like 2. So 2 damage from the crossbow, at least initially, but you have some options for that second success if you would like to do anything other than deal extra damage.
I would like to deal extra insults to this person's character.
Well, I mean,
I just learned today that life is very sacred in this society, even though I technically think, no, I mean, I do agree with that. And you're murdering people and you should stop, or else maybe we'll murder you back, because Emilio's not here to stop me now.
No, we're not. We're not gonna do that. Don't kill people, Marvin.
It's bad, Marvin.
You say this as a crossbow bolt, like, sticks through, like, mid-thigh, and he goes down to a knee.
Uh-oh.
And he looks over at Marvin.
Marvin,
And he goes,
swear to God.
Yeah. So human life might be valuable, but in the Citadel trying to take away all of our positions so that all of us are just doing the jobs that, well, no longer doing any jobs, just existing. What value is that? What contribution if the Citadel's running everything through their machinations? I don't even feel like a person, and they're not going to stop there. You know that. The Citadel's going to
there's a great
succeed
text one time that says, "A person's a person, no matter how small."
I should have definitely not given you those Dr. Seuss artifacts. That was a terrible choice.
Sounds like you're making excuses for you not being a good person.
What a... Yeah, no, fuck that. I just want to work. And I want to be perceived as valuable in society.
Just make a job like I do, the savior of the people.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a self-proclaimed metal tights wearing superhero. Thank you.
Hurry, Vannucci, shoot him in the balls.
We're all climbing the stairs.
With what?
We're all walking down up the steps. No. Oh, hey.
Emilio, Dr. Nucci is going to turn to you really quickly and just say, but before I forget, I was saving this for a rainy day, but it seems you could use a bit of a pep in your step. And he's going to pull from his lab coat what basically looks like a flask, but he is handing you his energizing tonic.
Ooh!
Especially brewed in my lab this morning. I think this might help you in your taking down this intruder. I'm not one for fighting, but it seems you could be you could help the scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mechanically, that allows you to immediately draw 2 cards from the deck. Yeah. Max 6 in hand.
Woo!
That does require 1 success from a gear from you, Mr. Vannucci.
Well, don't you worry about that, my Mr. Machinist. I got your gear right here.
Yay!
Hey, very nice. So you pass along this potion
Ocean spray?
I definitely
you better believe it.
Really quick question, Mr.
Hey,
Murderer.
y'all. It is cherry blossom flavored energizing tonic.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Cherry blossom. Oh, my God.
It's my favorite recurring bit.
I would like to say, be like, by the way, just a question, Mr. Murderer. Do you also believe that if you work hard enough, you can like get better? You can elevate yourself in society if you just pull yourself by your, let's say, bootstraps? Would you say that's a thing you believe in?
That's how the old world worked. Everything's all upside down now. We don't get to do that. Everything's all uniform. Everybody has healthcare that, you know, they don't have to pay for.
Hey, really quick thing. How well informed are you about the old world? Because I know military don't get. Yeah, you aren't really super educated. I know.
I lived in it.
You're old too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look like it, but I had somebody else's skin, you know, replaced.
I look at Vannucci and I go, he looks like it.
This guy probably voted for Ivanka Trump.
Yeah, he went from he's a guy who went from like hella white to like he replaced his skin with just a younger hella white guy.
Yeah, and I'm like this, man. White people really be trying to stop the aging process, like it's gonna stop them from balding. And then I point at them.
You can see where the tanner didn't do a very good job, and the skin is already stretching. I understand you completely, Wilbur.
It must have been sad when you started to look 90 when you were already in your 20s. That must have sucked.
Now
I
you
look
fucking
like
stop it. What are you, just gonna sit here and bully me?
Yeah.
I
Do you know how many people I've killed? You're just gonna sit here and be rude.
I am actually. Also, I fucked your mom. I fucked your mom in the old world.
Go ahead and
I'm sorry, sir. I fully believe that Wilbur could in fact take you down just with insults.
you say that as I need a 2 success dexterity reaction from Wilbur.
Dexterity? Okay. Interesting. Okay, we'll do that. Dexterity is what again?
Dexterity
This
is
is
steam, which is
or-
clubs.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I can do this.
And if you're not skilled in it, it's only 1 card.
Okay, I can do this. I'm gonna push the luck though, just in case. It's fine. Yeah, okay. I will push my luck. I'll do this one. Oh, actually, What? Okay. That
So
one.
question limit, you are discarding a card from your hand and then using whatever's on the top, right?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, cool. And then I could do 1 success. Okay, cool. I'm doing things in my brain. I promise I'm thinking things. I just do this bit sometimes where I go like, yeah, what? And people have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, time to pull 2 because I have a special ability. Ha ha ha. Doesn't matter. Rip. Okay, I only have 1 success.
1 success? Okay. So you say that as he looks down.
Oh,
and
wait. Is this a oh no, it's a flex skill. Never mind.
Still only 1?
Yeah, only 1, sorry.
Okay.
I was double
No, you're
checking. I
good.
was like, wait.
So
Dex, not athletics.
Yeah, that's the bummer. I was like, wait, hold on. Everyone stop. I was playing D&D 5e in my brain, and I was like, I know, I'm good at things. I'm not.
he tears the crossbow bolt out of his thigh and stands back up, but the pain causes him to drop the bolt. He does, however, still have the knife in his hand, and he kind of underhand, like, knife throws this at you, and it sticks through your shoulder.
Ow!
And you're gonna take a point of trauma. We're actually gonna give that to Steel. For the wound there, because that's gonna affect your athletics and your combat, mucking up your arm.
Yep. That hurts. That really went deep in me. Like I went deep in your mom. And I'm like, ow, I'm gonna lay down now. I'm gonna go sit. I'm just gonna take a sit.
Top of the round, he is back on his feet. You are now looking at, because I'm not playing consequences the way the rules say, or there would be a lot of them, because I'm still trying to sort out this whole monster thing, or the enemy thing. But since all of you are in the room now, I'm going to up this closer to what is actual. You're looking at collectively 5 consequences in the room now that he is on his feet and ready to fucking go. He's pretty wounded as far as, like, getting close to being just able to knock him out, but he's pissed at this point.
Oi, so what of it, mate?
Where the fuck that accent come from? You mocking me?
Oi, I don't know.
Wilbur, do you have something stuck in your throat? Why are you doing a weird voice?
You're Wilbur.
Oh, I'm Wilbur. Sorry,
Wait.
Marvin. Wait, am I Wilbur? Are you Wilbur? Wait, hold on.
Marvin's Wilbur.
I'm losing a lot of blood. I'm really confused.
Oh, just give it up, mate. Just come on. We'll go throw some shrimps on the barbie.
This is an accent, Cole, that you've decided. This is the accent. All right.
Unless you want to put the effort forth.
Dr. Vannucci's accent has changed several times too.
Yeah, there was a moment you gave a lot of Southern, and I was like, I really stand this. I don't know why it's Southern, but I like
played
it.
2 different Southern characters in other campaigns. It comes out a lot.
Lord, I really love Southern accents.
so
Oh,
bad.
it's been a
I'm
little
so
while.
bad at all accents.
No. So this guard's gonna look at you and he goes, "Unless y'all, oh God, I was gonna stick with the southern.
Do it.
I don't honestly know you
Okay,
think
Italy
you're gonna
has
get out of this.
Italy has a south.
Italy does have a south, but it's not New Orleans.
It's just
Like,
It doesn't happen. That's such a good joke.
that is not Italy's
just-
south.
I just pulled a Doctor Who on you, and it was like, fuck it.
Unless you all can find a way to get rid of this useless fucking militia and put people back in power over our own defense, I'm not going to stop until the Citadel realizes that they're wrong, because we fucking know that they're not doing anything. And right
Okay.
now, you're all standing in my way.
I'll do it tomorrow, but I need to take a nap first.
Hey, really quick question. The militia are upstairs, right?
The militia are the floor above, yes.
Right. And they're just up. They're just on the third floor. They're not on the first floor, right? They're just on the third, and they're just standing right outside the door.
Yes. Outside, but not in the same, not in the room that you're in. So
Right,
you're on.
in a different.
They're in the. Oh, so they're not on the room above. They're on a floor below. So they're on the third floor in front of the room with the kids in it.
Oh, I thought we were on the second. I thought we were on the second. Are we on the second floor or the fourth?
No,
floor?
you're on the fourth floor. You were on the third floor. So
Gotcha,
third
okay.
floor is with the
Happen.
kids and the militia. You were on the fourth floor because he like power jumped through the ceiling.
Okay. Here's where suddenly that one move I did actually comes in handy. Remember when I found out about how the radio signals are if this, then this, whatever, that kind of stuff?
Yes.
Did I gain anything from like what would bring them to us? Like, could I
Clever.
scream?
So
I'm actually in a shocking revelation. Hello, everyone. My name's Bella. When I'm drunk, I'm really smart. I don't know why.
hey, it works. So yes, actually, you would know for a fact that one of the responders, major property destruction will do that. Particularly the high-pitched stuff like glass seems to alert them faster. But also screams will do that and bring people
Right.
to your attention. So that is a possibility.
When I got stabbed, can I get a reaction from that? Because I did get stabbed.
What would you like to react with by being stabbed?
I
Ow.
like to scream.
I can't believe you've stabbed me.
I can't believe you've done this. I would like to scream. I'd like to scream bloody murder so loud. And I'm also next to Vannucci, so it'll be really funny because I'll be just sort of like, ah!
So you get this
No.
like
Will cover his ears in shock.
just this belted like old man wail from a floor above, and almost immediately you can hear bootsteps. They're not going to be here this turn, but they are on their
I
way.
just want to get the. I'll say, oh, you're right. What we should get rid of that useless militia who are useless. All right, I'm gonna go sit down. I'm gonna take a sit. I'm bleeding. There's
Can
no.
I attempt to fix up Wilbur?
You can attempt to fix up Wilbur.
Lovely.
I think you have that ability as an architect, do you not?
I have advanced medicine, yes.
Yeah.
Like any architect, you are a surgeon. With the skill, remove the trauma and steel and steam.
Okay. Roll for gear. Or
Roll. Ha ha. Let's all drink.
So, rather unfortunately, I don't have any gear left. However, I do have some fours. So I'll use these 2 fours and patch up our good friend Wilbur so we can continue on. And if it's okay with you, he is also going to take the knife out of the wound or wherever it landed on the floor and grip it in his hands, preparing to fling it.
I was going to be like an
All right,
aggressive
well-
move for Dr. Alessandro Vannucci.
We're near the sun gun. Like the sun gun is nearby still, right?
Yeah, it's just on the
Technically?
floor. But you guys have gone back upstairs,
Right.
from my understanding.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll keep that. Good to know. Keep it in the back of the-
Vannucci will, however, put down the knife real quick and literally sew your leg shut, Wilbur.
Great. When you do that, by the way, Wilbur grabs you like he's gonna die, and you're like, "Finally, the time has come. I can join my family." And then when you sub him, he's like, "Ha, just kidding. I just keep on living. I really win the genetic lottery."
So
Forever alive.
I love it so much.
okay, so you have patched up Wilbur. Wilbur has screamed to alert the guards. Amelio and Marvin, you are our next folks up before 5 potential consequences hit your way. As a
I don't know
total
what
for
that,
the group.
I don't know what that means yet, but I'm scared.
I'm just letting another crossbow bolt at this guy after berating him.
Okay.
Don't let
that's a steal.
JK forget that we have 4 good tables at some point.
Well, I do not have any success.
You didn't steal? Okay.
Nope.
All right. So you take a shot. And this time
Amelio, I'm running out of steam.
Oh man.
Marvin, maybe don't announce that with the enemy right there. Just idea.
Yeah, not a
Good
good
point.
fucking look, mate.
Hey, you don't look good either. Look at that face.
That's a face not even a mother could love, but you know what she does love? My face.
Hey, fuck you. I've got a good face.
Fuck you.
My mom
Hey,
loves
fuck
me.
you.
Yeah, your mom loves me too, especially in bed.
Oh shit.
The retro.
I thought you would like, you're from the old world. I thought you would like your mama jokes.
Yeah, old world jokes.
I don't
I
know.
love the idea of Marvin so young.
I don't know. It's appropriate to say there
Old-
because mom's been one of our automated chimney sweeps for like 12 years. She's really
Dang,
dead.
that-
So
Good
how does
for
your
good.
mom have a job, but you can't get one? You
Hey,
sack.
fuck you, Amelio. You're up.
Yeah, he's gonna get his scythe and oh wait, I'm still down there. He's gonna get up and try to power well he has his scythe, so he's just gonna try to like slam it on this person, see if he can kind of jump and get him from this floor.
Okay. All right. We're gonna make that a gear roll then. Consume some
Yeah.
pellets.
And I got 1 success
Okay. Very good.
for 4 damage.
God damn. Okay. All right.
I
So you,
respect, but holy shit.
absolutely. I feel like I want to wait for Marvin to get back for this.
I know, this is so good.
Like,
Marvin, the Chronicles of Cole with his dog
right.
continues.
Also, it has only now occurred to me that that is like his backdrop, which is just native to his wall, is disastrously
Yeah,
dark.
it's creepy as hell.
It's literally a giant like blanket or whatever that just has like blood words writing on it all over. It's fucking awful.
You know, it's something that I do,
Yeah.
sort of, I guess, maybe.
It's not similar. Let's be clear, Matt. It's not similar to what you do. You
I mean,
have
but
like a
JK.
tavern aesthetic of like.
Would
Down
you
and go.
pin that?
I do have a really
to
nice.
your
I'm
wall.
very pleased with my backdrop, and the fact that my lights only respond when I talk is my favorite thing.
It's genuinely
That is
my
cool.
favorite thing ever. I remember the first one, like game I watched you with, like Rowan's Necro. I will never be able to pronounce that one. word.
Necronautilus?
Necronautilus?
Yes, that game. And I remember thinking, wow, that host has a great backdrop. I just want a backdrop like that, where you just
Man.
don't see my microwave.
I
there.
appreciate that because, like, my backdrop was only green screen at that point. This is all natural. This is my actual bookshelf and lights and stuff. But I had a green screen before.
It was a good green screen. I was
Thank
really
you.
impressed with it. I always see people's green screen. I'm like, very good. You could see my microwave. Boop, beep, boop.
Green screens are
Ooh,
cheap.
Check it out.
microwave.
Green screens are
Good
very
point.
cheap. I can send you a link.
Please do.
Goodness.
Why is
Amelio.
Marvin in the?
Or,
Huh?
sorry, I was going to be like Mitch or Amelio. Either one, if you want to use it in character. Tell us about the Kickstarter. Tell us about the game. What are we looking at
Yes.
while we're waiting?
Oh, all right. Yeah, so Necrobiotic is currently on Kickstarter, a dystopian, melancholic sort of TTRPG. We've been using cards the whole time, so it's card based, kind of deck building. When your character like grows and everything, you're able to pull cards out of your deck as well as add more cards into it. Start going up higher on the track, just like that. So that is awesome. I mean, for the Kickstarter, we have like the core rulebook, and we are $2,000 away from an upgrade to all the core rulebooks, which would mean the face of the cover, which is the woman with the monocle, will have a little bit more of a raised 3D feel, as well as a gold
top
foil on
quality.
the monocle. Oh
it's
yeah,
so pretty.
so it's gonna be so cool. And then of course we got all these cool stretch goal writers like Matthew Dawkins, who wrote a lot of the World of Darkness stuff, Peter Nallo, who did stuff for Cult, as well as Drake, Noir Enigma, Steffi Devon, so all these amazing people.
Very nice. If you ever need another Kickstarter reward, I'm here, just saying. No, I'm just kidding.
Grab you.
No, so we've got Marvin back. Thank you, Angelo. Or Amelio. Why did I call you Angelo? Who is Angelo? I'm looking at your name.
Is that the name of the police officer?
No, it's actually Anthony.
Oh.
A lot of A
we didn't
names.
ask because we hate him.
Yeah, you know.
We hate him, so we didn't ask.
So we were waiting for you to get back, Marvin, because as Amelio's turn goes through, his success deals 4 damage to this cop man and leaps through the floor back up onto the proper floor. And that is the remainder of his stress. So I'm actually going to say you leap up through, and instead of having the force to really get a full swing down, you leap up through full pull straight up and end up clocking him underneath the chin with the pommel top of this scythe with enough impact that you send him back into like the china cabinet of this apartment, and it shatters in glorious kung fu impact fashion as he slides down onto the ground, completely unconscious. At the same time that Wilbur's scream has alerted the guards, and the 4 militia arrive on scene to see the 4 of you and the 1 individual there, and the person currently bleeding out and dying on the floor that had been stabbed a couple of times. And they look at all 4 of you, and they look over at the militiaman, and they can put together the blood on him. And I mean, with their amount of processing, they're normally if-then statements, but they have concrete evidence here to tie him back to the thing and can process that through instead of just making assumptions based on one piece of one value. And they look at the 4 of you, and they stop, and they acknowledge, and then they press through the crowd of you guys to this individual and drag him up off of his feet, and he is immediately shackled multiple times between his wrists and then his elbow, like just above his elbows, behind his back, so he has no movement. And then 1 across his feet, and they basically, like, between the 2 of them, like, pick him up like a fucking suitcase, and the 4 of them begin hauling him off immediately. Once again, pointing out the flaw in the militia system, because what they left was a currently dying person in the middle of the apartment, and you 4. But they got the bad guy.
That's all that matters.
Will you please help this poor victim?
Worry
and
not.
I'll turn to Marvin and go, I'll pat Marvin and Amelia and go, you made me proud today, boys. I'm so proud of you. You are good boys. I'm so proud. You know, very much being grandpa dad figure.
Thanks, Dad.
What?
I mean, thanks, Wilbur.
Oh, okay.
I'm so tired.
I don't know what that was, but I appreciated it.
I
assumed it was like a hug. It was a hug thing.
Yeah.
Oh, got
I
it.
think when you hug, Wilbur's fully gonna whisper very quietly, like, "Remember, you can't keep your emotions in because there's a lot of evidence that will kill you. So don't do that. Okay, love you."
Is
How'd
that
it
why
go, Vannucci?
Wilbur's always insulting people just to let the feelings out?
Yeah, he's just expressing. He's at that, you know, when you're old enough where you're just like, wow, I don't know why I just didn't tell everyone the truth all the time. And that's where he's at. He's just like, this is silly. I'm just gonna tell everyone the truth all the time.
Goodness.
Did Wilbur say there is a downed man to take care of?
Yeah,
There is a downed man to take care of. Are you going to roll
Also,
for that?
I'd like to say on record, it is very funny the idea that I walk in and everyone's like, oh, here comes Wilbur, ready to insult somebody. You think we were bad. Wilbur, hurt your feelings.
I mean, you're a millennial, so words are your strength.
He's our friend, and he's crazy.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
funny.
goodness. Give me a gear roll, Dr. Vannucci. I hate
Roll.
myself.
So as far as I can figure this out, I didn't have any gear, so I tried using 2, which wasn't enough, and so I pushed the limit and drew another card, and I only made it to 6.
Oh no, this man's
So
gonna die.
this man might die.
Can I? Can I
There's
look
not-
around?
There's not really a help out mechanic in this.
No. Looks at Mitch.
So,
Anyway.
Need to do that.
as we provide patch notes just actively through the game.
Yeah.
There's
Hey,
no
by
help.
the
We can't
way-
help people. We can only insult.
Mitch,
You can only insult people.
Mitch, my problem with this game is I can only insult. I can't help.
It's a feature.
Dr. Vannucci.
I mean, to be fair, it is. How are you going to assist someone in doing surgery if you're not a doctor?
You can be a nurse. You hand them the thing. You
You
sterilize
hold
it.
the chest cavity open.
True.
You're like,
suction.
look, Ma.
I can't recall for sure, but
We can't
Luca,
help.
you rolled a 6, or you got. Damn it!
Oh,
I've
wait
said
a
it
second. I got
twice.
a 6.
You said a 6.
Luca did give me +2.
Luca gave
Look at
you
that.
a
I can
+2.
save this
You
man.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Which is just enough to
It's like-
round out the episode on a positive note, as you all manage to take a breath and relax yourselves and reshuffle and redeal your breath. And Dr. Vannucci patches up this man who, as well as the other woman who had died, is part of, or at least in contact enough with the Citadel, that this does not proceed further. You might count it as a loss because the militiaman had a point, and the individual on the floor definitely heard that through the course of combat, in the sake that human life is to be valued not only just by letting them exist, but allowing them to be valuable and perceive themselves as valuable by being able to do work. And it provided a place for humans to, through Citadel adjustments, humans to work jobs, should they choose to do so and be part of things in society that could be potentially considered dangerous, provided that it is of their own volition and they understand the risks of doing so, and should they perish, that their corpse is to be signed over to the Citadel post that. But a middle ground was found with the new legislature to allow people to maintain their own value should they choose to do so, and those who don't need to, in this world, really don't need to. But y'all did a good thing. You put down a serial killer, and you saved the day. Well done, folks.
Marvin's job is going to be that he is the equivalent of whatever a YouTuber is in the new world in his free time.
Well,
So just a rogue journalist.
yeah, it would be a rogue journalist. Like there's no internet, there's no computers, so you'd just be jotting down notes and throwing at people.
To
Check
be
out my
fair,
blog. Like
There are computers, just no one uses them but like other people who are in my field. Like we use the computers and that's it.
the
We're
only
bored
people
as
watching your
hell.
vlogs are people outside the walls of Florence that are scavenging the junk pile.
Yep.
And Wilbur. Wilbur makes
Wilbur.
a computer just so he could watch it.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wilbur
that's
likes
so
every
cute.
video just to make you feel good.
It's actually a Word document that's www.marvinthoughts/ whatever that joke is from The Office.
Proper. What do you think would happen when Vannucci finds out that his wife can talk?
I do want to know.
I want to know. I need this cussing.
So
I imagine you give
wait.
Oops.
Wait,
Okay,
let me
go for it.
set. Let me set the scene then, because I do want to see this. So, y'all finish your stuff. Your wife has been walking upstairs this whole time. She's slow, but she's doing her best. She slowly marches her way up to the 4th floor as you finish all of this, and you personally rescue this man. And your wife walks in, and she sees you like suturing up this man and curing him of his wounds, and from behind you, you hear, "I always told you you were a good doctor."
Oh, no. Oh, sorry, ma'am. You probably shouldn't be here. This man is. Oh, God, it's you. What? Oh, you sound just like I remember.
You can thank Wilbur.
Oh,
He
Wilbur.
did this.
I should have had you as the officiant for our wedding. You truly are a good man.
That's so. What a great way to end. Thank
She
you so
gives you-
much. That meant so much to me.
And if it's not goofy enough as is, Dr. Vannucci and his wife Evelina will walk into the sunset having an actual conversation for the first time in many years.
It's
And
like,
that
kiss
they
your
do.
dead wife.
Off in the distance from the 4th floor window as he leads out, "Hey, kiss your wife!
Kiss your dead wife. Gotta have
Kiss
the
your dead wife!"
I know.
That's true.
Alessandro is far too wholesome. It's hand holding all the way.
Oh, I
man.
love that man.
Yeah, a wonderful way to end. I'm really glad you brought it back to that. But, folks, thank you so much. This was a delight. Thank you, Mitch, for being the project lead on such a good fucking project. And everybody who's watching, go back to Kickstarter, because it's super fucking good. And it needs all the love, because this is a wonderful game. And also, I've never played a game with cards before that's a tabletop, so this is a first for new mechanic sets for me, and I'm very pleased about that.
Ooh.
I've played games with no dice, I've played games with lots of dice, 1 dice, and now cards, and that's lots of fun.
Hell
It
yeah.
is.
Make the Kickstarter hit 20,000 by the end of tonight, or Marvin will see you in your dreams.
And yell at
Hey,
you.
peer pressure, Mitch and the team to make a help action. Peer pressure. Peer
Yes.
pressure.
I already messaged everyone. We were gonna work on the help action.
I just
You know
want to
what help action,
say,
but when you peer pressure, say, all we can do is insult, no help.
Yeah.
No.
my
All
special
we can say, no.
card was on the very bottom of my deck.
Oh no!
Aw.
I'm so sorry.
So unfortunate. So unfortunate.
I know that Mr. Saito already has backed your Kickstarter, so I hope that others do as well.
Yay.
I hope everyone is back to it.
No,
Please back this amazing game.
it is
It
truly
doesn't have
wonderful.
to be incredibly sad. You can make it beautiful and soft. I make it happen. I literally saw this game and I was like, wow, what a depressing game. Mitch is gonna be so mad. I'm gonna make it so funny.
Yeah.
That's the best part. Make
And
it
it
what
was-
you want to be.
And it was a fun time, and we had wholesome, and we had real gory, and we had goofy bullshit, and it was great. Yeah, though the system itself is wonderful, and in the light of the top shelf and providing, honest thoughts from honest table positions, as a DM, there are a couple things in the quick start guide that are less comprehensible than I would have liked them to be, but it's also just a kickstart guide. So if you want to go over those, I'm happy to provide feedback, but
Hell yeah.
it's gonna be hella good. Like, I'm so pleased with this. Anything I had to ask was minimal. Like, it's so well written. The lore is beautiful, very well articulated. The art is gorgeous. We don't have a lot of time, but how did it feel as players? Any feedback or comments y'all have on it?
Yeah, so
I'd like to see the help thing.
Yeah, help would be nice. Sometimes, because we don't have things where one person's good at, but you could be like, I help by being an aggressive nurse. You know,
like bam.
Help action.
The update to the quick start guide made it a lot better, so that was cool.
Yes.
So if you check out the Kickstarter, the updated quick start is on there, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we should be putting on Drive Through RPG sometime soonish.
Yeah. So if JK, because I think you stayed on the first one the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
If you check the updated one, you can see all the improvements that they've already put into it before the Kickstarter is even over. So I think that shows a lot as well.
Oh yeah, and I'm fully certain that, like, because Kickstarter released 2 days ago, like, that's all still in progress, so I'm not concerned about this one nearly as much as I'm like, Heart was really difficult to read through and understand the first time playing. Like, that's a published book, so that's different. Like, this is in progress, so if you want any notes, awesome, but I'm very excited to see what it evolves into, because this was really good.
Yeah,
really
we have
our
editor has yet to go through everything, so
it's like genuinely
Mitch has already been sorry. Keep going.
No, go ahead, Popper.
I was just saying, Mitch has already gotten from me at least 5 different things. I've been like, this is wrong, this is misspelled, this is incorrect.
I like forward it to my layout person, like, fix it.
I love me going into the game, but like, where's my help? I only ask for help action. You know, that's it. I just want to help action. I just want to, hey, Mitch, I just want to help. Just let me help.
Just want to help? Yeah, no, that makes sense, yeah. It'll be like if you can throw your card in the other person's hand while they hold it.
That would be funny because you could pass the card. You have to they can blindly take one of your cards. Here, I'm so sorry in advance.
I mean, this would be incredibly impossible to do online, but like a group deck would be really interesting. I'm just not sure how it would work.
Oh my god!
But that'd be a wild mechanic if you wanted to homebrew that.
That'd be dope.
I guess you could do it on Roll20. You 100% could do it because Roll20 has a card mechanic, and you can have a deck and stuff.
Or if you want real fancy and went all the way to like tabletop sim, it'd be pretty easy too.
Yeah. I loved the cards. I liked a lot the different types of like roles you could be. I would never have in this world thought of a person who still does old world things, and it gave a lot of breadth of like understanding. I would also say it's confusing a little bit, like the differences in terms of like what the architect can do in terms of like technology and stuff versus the techno-sophist. Because like I was like, can I do engineering stuff or can I just do like old things? You know
we have another class that isn't, or archetype that isn't in the quick start, which is the engineer. You have like the architect who's all about like the programming of the dead and like advanced medicine. You have the technosophists who are about the old world tech, and then you have the engineer who's about the current technology, which is kind of the steampunk mechanics.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
I look forward to throwing that one into the quick start one day.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so amped.
One of the other things, and I don't know if you guys have this planned for, or if it's in the new version of the quick start. If so, shut me up. But having played as many games as I have at this point, one of the things that I find really helpful in more arbitrary or like more unique systems like this is like a page like example of play where it outlines like the call and response from characters and players, so we get to see an action versus a reaction versus like a multiple success draw and things like that. I think I understood it well enough to like I played it out properly, but it took some parsing where I think that could be easier if you could see an example of it.
I agree. We definitely have plans to kind of put like, I mean, the book in of itself has it in there. We just need to shift on over to the quick start.
Okay,
like,
dope.
because I'm the same way, because I read something and I'm like, I need to see what this looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah.
all of the thoughts that we have obviously are based on the quick start, so I don't know how in depth the book
Yeah,
is gonna
just so
get, but
everyone
this
knows.
is real good.
Yeah,
It's so
Yeah, we plan to have pictures as well for like how to play successes and consequences and stuff like that. So as someone who likes different ways of learning and stuff, we want like the written text, we want examples written out, and then we also want pictures for people to reference as well, to be like, okay, now I get it. Yeah, all of that combined. So.
Well, hell, I have no complaints then. Hell yeah.
To be fair, I
Um,
was very concerned about the drawn card mechanic because I also had never played with cards instead of dice or anything. But in fact, it turned out to be that like because you kind of specialized in your archetype, it meant that like you actually always had like a wide array of things you could do at any time, and so it didn't ever feel limiting to have cards. Obviously, there was a bunch of times you were like 8 is a hard number to get to, but I don't know. Maybe that could be a whole thing.
Yeah, and I'll say this to that too. One of the things I was thinking about when I was reading it that I really appreciate about the mechanic of having a drawn hand in your like a full breadth of cards, and having the two versions of success where it's either an 8 plus or the suit as a success, means that you know exactly what you could succeed at any given point in time. So if I look at this situation and I look at my hand and I say, this isn't going to go well if I try to beat the hell out of him, maybe I'll try to talk him down because I have a heart. Like,
Yeah.
That's really cool because depending on how you draw your cards, you're then encouraging yourself as a player based on what you know you can do in that moment to respond a certain way in the situation, because that means that can always be different. As you redraw and you reshuffle your deck, that's different every time. And it encourages people to branch out of kind of their normal network of I'm a barbarian, my job is to swing. Like, that's really nice.
Imagine not jumping through windows, though. Come on.
Yeah, imagine.
I, as a person who loves deck building games
I love
in
deck
general,
building games. They're so good.
I was excited to play it, and there's just so many things you can do. I mean, I really appreciate the fact that technically you could play with any deck. I really want the art deck, but also like if you think about it, there could be some really wild like custom decks you could play, as long as like, I don't know, but just like if you think about like the Marvel like deck building game and stuff like that, and how it has like a million expansions, like the possibilities are so endless, and to do this in a TTRPG is really, really cool. So
and I'm looking forward to like telling people, like having adventures at conventions and everything where people just bring their deck of cards with like XP limitations and stuff like that, so it's at least equivalent, but being able to, when someone completes an adventure or something like that at a convention, we're gonna have like these custom cards that will be abilities that you can put into your deck to use like back at home, that will be using the same kind of look as the custom deck that we have. So if you've bought our deck, it slips right in as a little add-on, and then you can, like, it's there and it looks cool and it's special to your character, that you could come back and be like, yeah, I did this really cool adventure and I have this exclusive like content.
That is spicy as fuck, and I'm very excited. I know, same.
I'm gonna be so annoying to you, Mitch. You're gonna hate me so much. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, I don't mean to shorten things up here. The top shelf tries to keep it pretty close to 10. So we're gonna do some outros real quick and get some final goodbyes from everybody and any final thoughts. We'll start in the same order, so we'll go Cole, Proper, Mitch, then Bella, and then I will finish up right at the end. Tell us who you are, tell us where we can find you if you have any final notes on the game or anything, and then we will proceed forward.
All right, I'm not muted. Hello, everyone. My name is Kohlrabi. I played Marvin, the power armor badass dude who thinks he's a superhero, which those probably don't really exist anymore, but Marvin does. As for me, I do stuff and things for TPK here and there sometimes. The next time I'll be showing my face on screen will be the 22nd for Dark Echoes, as I continue to have an existential crisis in character. And then I'll be GMing again on the 31st, a midday episode for those who are off for the holiday or can watch Twitch at work and stick it to capitalism. Other than that, I do stream sometimes on Twitch, and you can find me everywhere as @Kohlrabi. But that's about it for me. I really, really liked the game, and I think JK already backed it, right?
Oh yeah.
So I usually don't abuse my power as CEO, but for this game I might. I might really say that I want the physical benefits from it.
Wait, did you say I've already backed it?
You have already backed it, right?
I have not yet.
Oh, well,
I am
JK
going
and I
to.
will fight. JK
Yeah, I
and
am
will
going
fight
to.
about it.
I have not yet. It hasn't been paid for. Because yesterday was payday, so I hadn't gotten yet that far.
Last time for Dungeon Bitches, we let Sir Heck have the physical rewards, and I might steal them for myself. Because I want the deck.
I know, same. Feel that.
All right. Yeah, so thank you, Mr. Saito, and everyone else for the support and subs and bits and things like that. That will go towards TPK's official backing of the project and help it get to 20,000. So
Hell yeah.
It for me.
I think that's me now.
It is.
Well, hello. My name is Proper. I am a TPK staff member, role player, and podcaster. If you can't find me on TPK, which the next thing I'm going to be in 2 days, we're doing Roundhouse Omega, which is our follow-up to Roundhouse Whitebridge season. The very first episode I have heard is going to be one hell of a doozy. And DMFS Saint is an amazing game master. So please check out the premiere episode of this particular season because it's going to be spectacular. And I'm already very excited about my character because he's a cutie. If you don't like my face but want to hear my voice some more, you can find me in Hats Off to Bake Off, an amateur baking podcast, which has nothing to do with role playing, except for that one time we played a Great British Baking Show TTRPG one shot. So, close enough. It's a lovely podcast, and I write with my friend Mallory. I make lots of pretty pictures and videos, so be on the lookout for some of my overlays and my videos. They are very fun. I believe that brings us over to Mitch.
Hello, I am Mitch or Mitchell or C Hell, however you want to call it. Penny if you nasty, as some of my friends say. But yeah, you can find the Kickstarter at Necrobiotic. Check it out. We are not that far from the first stretch goal, but just super excited about all the love and support everyone has done. And this has been an amazing experience, especially the second time I've gotten to play Necrobiotic. So awesome stuff.
Hello, it's my turn. I'm Bella, aka Boondoggles. My little house spell that is down there, it means waste of time. Wow, aren't I thoughtful? It's ironic because I use it for social media. Anyways, if you like my face, you like my bits, you like my random heartfelt moments, you can find me tomorrow. I will be playing season 2 of Clockwork Finds. It is a fun game on Honey and Dice's channel at what time? 8 p.m. Eastern. I have a notes thing, sorry. And I will be playing a character that was my first tabletop RPG character streamed. So I'm coming back to the character. I'm trying my best. We're seeing how it goes. And then every other Saturday, so next Saturday, not this one, because I was doing this, and also why I usually work. You can find me at Emerald City GMG, where I'll be playing City of Mist at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm just very excited. I play a character whose mythos she's controlled by is the two mask of comedy and drama. So, or comedy and tragedy. So that
sounds
something.
Fucking cool.
I know, right? That's
I
perfect.
wholeheartedly agree.
Thank you so much.
I'm running a City of Mist campaign later on, so I might stroll in at some point.
please
It's such a
do
good
just
game.
look and say, wow, hey, I know that person. That person has bits that are sometimes good. You're like, you could say that person helped me restore my wife's name, voice in chat, and they won't understand, but I'll know. You and I'll know, and that's what matters. Okay, and I will be playing on Fridays at Fey Realm, playing Masks at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And I also have a podcast called Ace Jam, where I play with my friend Harper Sonic Games, where we talk about the A-spec experiences, which is asexual, agender, and aromantic. We're just making a podcast for people like us.
Dope. Well, thank you. Thank you
You're
sincerely
welcome.
for... Oh, please. No,
Oh, I was
go
gonna say. Also, I love this game. It was very pretty. I saw a sad. I love a sad story that I can really say. Just kidding. No, not this time.
It was good.
Thank you for making this, Mitch and the team.
Oh, it's fine. No problem.
I'm so amped that I finally got to play. I was telling Mitch, like, we're playing together. I swear to God.
I
It
know,
happened.
right? It finally happened.
I know, and it just
You
so
didn't even get to DM me.
happenstance that I was just like, hey, you want to play? And you're like,
It was very
"Fuck
funny
yeah."
because Matt's like, have you ever heard of the game of Necrobiotic? And I'm like, that's so funny you say that, Matt. That's so funny you say that.
I know,
have, in
and
fact.
it's because I've played with Rowan before, and I'm like, I don't know what you know of the show, so I'm in this awkward place of like, do I pitch it like it's totally fresh and like you've never heard of it, or do I just assume and then sound like an ass that everybody knows what my show is? So I'm like, I don't know how to say hi, but do you want to come play at my show? Like,
you did make it sound like it was this brand new game. It was so funny. You were like, I have this game. That's so interesting. Because I said something about how my friends play games where it's like a one shot, and you're like, that's so interesting. You say that. I too have a game, and I wanted to be like, Matt, I know. I've watched your game. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, I had no, I really never know. So I'm so glad. Like, it was an absolute delight to have you on the show, and you as well, Mitch. Fucking blast to play with the both of you. So this was delightful. And Proper and Cole, I don't get you guys on the show enough. I need to get you more. Cole, you're just too busy.
Fantastic.
But also, I have to throw it out there every time that Proper's on the show. He's mentioned it a couple times, but I have to give him extra props because he does all of my does a lot of my promotional stuff, and like the opening video for the streams and all of that. He's spectacular at those sorts of things. And Cole is stream dad, and he keeps me functional and organized because I'm terrible at that. So thank you both. You can find me at JK Madigan on Twitter, as well as on Twitch and in the Discord, the TPK Discord, and I'm also on TikTok, kind of half regrettably, but I am on there. I have a good time. I'm on there too often. And then if...
the real thing.
Right.
I need to get on TikTok.
Check out our YouTube sometime this week because hopefully Mitch remembers, but we have an interview tomorrow morning discussing all of this. So we're going to have some one-on-one chitter-chatter about everything we talked about today, getting a little bit more in-depth about, the team, the process, how things are going. We're probably going to talk some Kickstarter drama because I do like to throw down for that.
Oh,
and then we're going to throw that up on the YouTube so everybody can see it. So be on the lookout for that. And then in 2 weeks, we are playing something. I can't remember for sure, and I haven't heard back from one particular developer, so I may switch that a couple weeks around, but it's going to be good. I have a couple good games lined up, so we'll keep you posted. And stick around for TPK because we do stuff literally every day. This channel is far too busy, so you guys.
Can I mention one thing?
Yeah, please.
Real quick that we haven't really said on stream as far as I remember. This is mostly for Cole, JK, and I, but for all of our regular game masters, we have now on our website a list of all the game masters we play with, and have a bunch of all of their social media links.
Yeah, so we've got bio pages now.
If you want to find JK's links to like Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and whatever else, you can probably find them on our GM's page. Just go, hold on. Let me get it right this time.
It's up there.
Go to About Us and click on Game Masters, and you can see all of our beautiful Game Masters. And in the future, we'll also do the same for most of our regular players. So I thought I'd
It's
plug
super
that
good.
because we
No,
haven't said
I
it.
appreciate it because I don't think about the fact that I have a bio on the site now. So thank you. But yeah, we're gonna wrap tonight. We will see y'all in the next episode of the Top Shelf, and you can see me in the next interview on the Top Shelf. But we'll talk to y'all later. And you stay frosty out there. I don't know how to end this. Goodbye.